Hey guys.
How's everyone doing?
Let's see how many people in the chat right now.
Well, not too
We
many,
have
but to be fair, we
four.
did start a little bit later than we expected, and we even started to announce the podcast a little later than we normally do.
Yeah. I mean, it's a chill stream, right? Let's
Yeah.
just not be too formal and
Yeah.
just enjoy the process and have fun.
Since for the last
So,
podcast with Steve, we
yeah.
tried something where we had a lot of intense preparation. We thought we would try something on the other end of the spectrum where we would just barely do any preparation at all and see how that goes, you know?
Hey, it's a secret. We did a lot of preparations for this
Oh,
one.
yes. This is the most well prepared podcast that we've done so far.
For sure.
Most structured. And hey, Karta, good to see you in the chat.
Good to see you,
So,
Carter.
And in our usual intro, we say that, come join us as we have chill and casual conversations. So we're definitely going to bring that chill and casual aspect into the chat this time.
Oh, yeah.
And hello, Noodles.
Take Lee Noodles. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're just starting. Should we do the intro now?
Yeah, I kind of did it a little while, but I guess for the sake of formality.
Yeah. For the timestamp on YouTube.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm just changing the title so you can start us off, okay?
Oh yeah, that's true. We have to change the title. See how prepared we are.
I swear this is gonna be a good stream, guys.
It's gonna be so chill.
Alright, Ken.
Alright, let's start. So guys, welcome back to the drawing table where we have chill and casual conversations about art and of course about creating it as well. And we are your hosts, Ken Darmadi and also
Jourdan Tuffin. So today we are actually going to be sketching while we just chill and chat. So if any of you guys have questions or just want to talk about something, yeah, now would be the best time to do so. Especially
Yeah.
considering the last podcast, was something a little bit more structured. So this time let's try something a little looser. So I'm actually going to start sharing my screen.
Right, let's do that.
So
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions because we're just gonna be opening the whole stream for questions.
yeah,
And yeah, don't be shy about it.
this is actually going to be a good time for me to ask you, Ken, what you've been up to this week.
Oh, right. Let me show you what I have. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. I can see God's Tower composition sketches, so I see the one thumbnail up on the
Right.
screen right now.
Let me open up the other file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can see my sketches and also hopefully you can see the mind map. Okay, yep, it's updated now.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it'll be a good chance
you can
to also
see-
let the chat know what you've been working on as well.
Oh yeah. And just to make sure that I finish the project, I'll let everyone know that I'm working on something. Okay. So if you guys can see the mind map, I was testing out how to not create, but how to think of designs in a more elaborate way instead of just mostly going along with the process, but instead I take my time thinking about the keywords and also finding the references and just trying to come up with something more unique and with something that have a bit more what do you call the word? Man, I forgot the word when you not anecdote, something like that.
Anyways, go on.
Juxtaposition. So
Right.
I'm trying. Yeah. Sorry, it's not anecdote. It's juxtaposition. But I'm trying to play around with the idea of that. So the idea is
right.
to have a tower inside a cave, where villagers come in and then make offerings and they pray and stuff, and then the tower will light up to give the villagers answers. So the idea of a tower that lights up immediately makes me think of a lighthouse, right? So from a lighthouse, it's like the typical trying to find keywords that come out of that word. I came up with guidance, warning light, sturdy.
Bit, Ken? Just so that more people in the chat can see, and Bima is also asking for that specifically. And it's great to have you here, man. Welcome to your stream.
Hey, Bima. Okay, yeah. So coming up with the keywords: guidance, warning light, sturdy, and so on. But I tried to think of something. Of some words that are not typically thought of when you think of a lighthouse, right?
Yes.
Like, for example, when you think of a lighthouse, it's usually seaside and spotlight, bright, things like that. So I tried to think of other words that's related but not common.
Right.
And that's actually super difficult because actually this whole mind map took me such a long time because I was just trying to focus on what else I can think differently.
So how did you approach it to come up with something that's, I suppose, not as generic? Well, what was the thought process?
I guess thinking in terms of the mood that you want to convey or the mood that you get from certain words. For example, guidance is very good in terms of a keyword that's not typically thought of by people when you think of lighthouse, like guidance.
Well, I mean, personally, it's one of the first things that I would think of when it comes to lighthouse.
Okay,
since
sure.
It does guide like the ships from crashing into the shore and whatnot.
All right, I'll give a different example than spiral and hollow, because the inside is hollow and then there's like a spiral staircase inside, right?
And even the patterns, typically it's like red and like white patterns are swirling around the lighthouse, you know.
Right. And also lonely because it's like a singular tower by the seaside. So thinking about the mood of that comes out of that keyword. And then from that point, from all of these keywords that I've gathered, I just took notes of what do you call it? Like the image that I want to convey at the end. Just focusing on a certain mood for the final image. And then from the keywords that I've picked, I tried also finding references that's a bit more not so literal, but something just a bit more abstract, and focusing on the patterns instead of finding references that's directly related to what I want to show at the end. For example, caves, things like that.
So you're thinking about like feelings sort of thing as well, like what emotions you get from seeing those kinds of images?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Awesome, dude.
For sure. And
those are really cool reference images, like something that I'm not even sure what it is, like spider webs or boots and things like that.
This is actually a glacier river in Iceland. But this whole page took me such a long time.
It actually does look more like a spider web. Like, I don't know if you've seen like a huge colony of like spider webs where it looks like cotton candy of sorts.
Yeah. I've seen that image as well. Like they're just wrapping around trees and roads and stuff like that. But from this point, I just took the references and just did some sketching, came up with variations and ideas, different ideas for the tower itself. At first, the idea was stalagmites, but then I thought maybe it's actually better if there's stalactites, because if it's a sign from the gods, then maybe it should be coming from above, right? So
I see
changed
you
it.
actually
So
did another exploration actually for number 8. I haven't seen that one.
yeah, that's the latest one. I tried to be more abstract with number 8.
It looks oddly erotic somehow to me.
No, number 3 and 4 are.
Well, yeah, I mean that one's obvious, but like 8 is like in a way that you can't put your finger on it, but yeah.
I'm not sure what you're thinking.
I don't know, man. It's just like it looks like its legs spread open, and then there's like flaps everywhere, and then like what looks like liquid spilling down the center.
Oh my god. I wasn't thinking about that at all.
I'm sure you weren't, Ken. I'm sure you weren't.
No, I'm serious. I wasn't thinking about that. Because one of the keywords was drooping. So none of them were like drooping. So for the last one, I just decided to go along with the keyword. Just made it really droop. So anyways, yeah, in the end I picked number 6 because I like the clean shape, the clean rectangular shape at the bottom.
Oh, that's what the one that you're going for.
Right, that's what I'm going for because I know you picked number 7 because you mentioned that it looks like God's ray or something. But I think with 6, it looks like an obelisk, and that's like an inverse obelisk. So
Right.
there's a connotation with gods or godly powers, things like that.
Yeah,
So
I
that's what I'm
suppose
going
so.
for.
But I guess my justification for why number 7 works is that it looks like a beam of light coming from the ceiling, whereas yours is like a more literal interpretation of what a godly structure would look like. Whereas I think a beam of light shining down is a bit more abstract, and I think is a more powerful imagery.
I actually wanted to be kind of what's the word, man? Somehow I can't think of different verbs or vocabulary. Is just so stuck at this moment.
Right.
So late at
I
night.
know, I mean, it's a little bit late for you. I mean, for me, it's like a beautiful day outside. I've been out for a while, so I'm feeling a little bit more awake than you are, I think.
I actually just woke up from a nap.
Yeah. So please forgive Ken, everyone. And Bima asked as well in the chat, what are you guys talking about?
I don't know, Bima. You tell us.
Well, we're just talking about our personal projects for now. Nothing.
No, he was asking about the dripping
Oh, the dripping
thing between the legs.
I'm just interpreting what Ken has on his screen, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
The obelisk? I don't know. Something to do with the obelisk.
Right. Oh, yeah. I actually want some parts of the tower to be a bit more clean, as if there's some kind of hidden power, like invisible power that made it so special compared to the rest of the caves. So that's my justification. I mean, I think 6 and 7 can both work.
Yeah,
but
I have my personal preferences for 7, honestly.
Yeah, I know you like a lot of holes.
Yeah, I do, man. I like them wholly.
Anyways, so right now I'm just gonna do some composition sketches before I move on to 3D blocking and then the final painting.
Nice, man.
And I guess I can also show some of the photo studies that I've been doing.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. I mean, we don't have to keep this so structured. I think that'll be a really cool thing to show people.
Yeah.
And right now, for people that are curious as to what I'm doing, I'm just continuing to work on the illustration that's been used for the cover photo, actually, of the podcast. It's an illustration I started a while back, but I still haven't gotten around to finishing it, and I thought it was about time that I do. And I've been doing quite a few studies myself to get.
Ew. I see you're cheating with 3D.
Yeah, dude. I just want to make sure that I get the values absolutely correct.
That's in Modo?
Yeah, it's in Modo. And speaking of
Wait,
Modo, there's Dojo in the chat as well.
Hello,
great to see you in the. Great to have you join us.
And that's interesting. Like, how did you do the t-shirt and the pants for the girl?
I just used the DAS model and actually selected the polygons and extruded it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so crude. I just want the local colors, man. That's all that I want.
Right.
So
the back looks like a balloon.
I know I'm definitely gonna redraw it. I don't like the way that it looks, but it's a good way to just figure out the sense of space, figure out the composition a bit. But I think more importantly than anything else, it's for the lighting. I'm just not pleased with how it's not so bad. Actually, the one that I did wasn't so bad. It's just I want it to be even better. Like, this is the one that I've been working on. And now that I look at it, it's not so bad. Like, I feel like I could just work off of it directly, actually. Like, I don't know why I'm making it more difficult for myself. Oh,
I
and
think
Ken... Oh, sorry.
The result looks a lot better than the last version.
Yeah, dude.
The lighting is a lot more real, I guess.
Yeah, I can show you the previous one. So for refresher for Ken and for people that haven't seen it before, I think this was the...
I don't need a refresher.
You're gonna get a refresher and you're gonna like it. This is how it was before, I think. The last
You
version
can show
that I
the
had.
before and after.
Yeah, so let me close this. So yep, so before and after. I think the lighting just felt a bit off to me, which is why I went back into 3D.
Yeah, I think the previous version lacks atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of atmosphere. But this is the new one. So I'm actually wondering, Ken, like, what do you think of this new one in terms of like the compositional differences and the colors? Because it made look like there's barely any difference. So I might actually send it to you over Discord. But I do think that there is some.
I don't know. I think it looks a lot better and it feels more real. The last one feels like it's missing a lot of atmosphere and depth to it.
Oh, I'm talking about the new 3D render without the atmosphere. It's just more for a composition, colors, things like that.
Oh,
Maybe values. Like, I'm planning to make the room feel a little bit warmer.
What's actually interesting is the size of the windows.
What?
It looks huge.
Yeah, that's true.
That's actually the first thing that came to my mind.
For all images.
Oh, when I see the 3D render.
Oh, I see. Oh, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't appear that way for the final image because I'm not sure. Maybe the person is bigger on the final image.
And it's also
Not
the
final image.
curtains. The curtains, actually.
Yeah.
So the curtains help
But-
close it off a bit. And I thicken the beam in the middle, too.
Yeah. I think composition wise.
I feel like it stands out better, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you
I
have
think
this...
it's fine.
Yeah. Like, you have her out here rather than, like, here. I guess what I'm asking is, like, is it worth going over the new one or just go over the old one is what I'm asking.
Wait, can you go back to the old one?
Yeah, sure. This is a super old one. I actually sent it to you over Discord if you want to have a look at it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you can open it up whenever. But yeah, and this is what usually Ken and I talk about when we're just talking between the both of us.
No, we're not this serious.
Yeah, or well, a lot less English as well, more Indonesian too.
Hey,
actually, that might not be a bad idea. Oh, and you might want to check your Skype as well, Ken.
oh. Oh. Interesting. How should we go about that? I'll just do this one first. I'll look at the composition first.
All right, sounds good.
I just can't do too many things at once.
It's okay. It's a bit too much for your sleepy brain right now. I'm getting a bit peckish myself. I have like an unwrapped burrito in front of me. So I might grab a bite and turn this channel into a mukbang channel for a while. Sorry, guys.
Wait, the last version. So wait, what exactly are you asking me?
Composition.
Compared to the last version? Can you send me over send the last version over to me?
Oh. My bad. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions in the chat, just feel free to toss it over. Comments on the piece.
Not even questions. If you have anything to say,
Yeah.
just want to say hi.
If you think it's disgusting that I'm eating on stream and you want to let me know, feel free to do so.
Oh. You moved the girl to the right.
The 3D is the new one. And I shifted the camera a slight bit so that we're behind the bed rather than to the side of it.
Right.
And as you can see with the lighting of the room, it feels a little bit warmer as well. So
Yeah.
I like that. It does feel more inviting. Whereas the other one feels a little bit more dreary and dead. Hey Mangami and Taya, great to see you guys in the chat. Yeah,
Hey.
it's just more of an impromptu stream, Mangami, so yeah, we're just doing it for the fun of it, really. Nothing too planned. So yeah, it seems like you're staying up a little bit late as well. And thanks, Taya. It is pretty good so far.
I actually like the old one better, Jourdan.
I see. Okay, that's
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just take it as the color scheme. And I've actually started doing the line work and everything.
You're gonna keep the line work?
Just more as a guide for myself because I've started to lose it actually.
I think it's cool.
Oh, you want the line work kept?
No, I think with the line work just on the character itself.
Yeah, it's like anime style.
Looks cool. Yeah.
And I'm tempted for future illustrations to actually draw my character animated. So as you can see, I've actually done some line work ahead of time. So
Oh, nice.
but then I decided to go back to 3D, being a stubborn person that I am. I just think I need to finish this one image and move on.
Yeah.
And I can create something better because, in case you guys didn't know, this is like a 1-year-old piece. Like, within one more month, it'll be 1 year old that I started.
I should have waited one more month.
Yeah. Anniversary.
It'll be the
stream.
1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
For this image.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just finish this one image, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you guys in the chat doing right now? Let's have a talk. Let's have a talk. I probably need references of like a bed sheets. feel like I want to grab a reference of my own bed sheets, you know.
Yeah, you can just take a photo of your own bed.
I don't want to leave the chat. I don't want to leave you alone, Ken.
Just 1 minute.
Ah,
Carta is learning Blender. Taya is sculpting.
nice. So we have people that are doing 3D work right now. So what program are you using, Taya? And what do you think, Ken? Should we have Steve join us on the stream? Or just maybe after you head off to bed, maybe I can just continue it with him. What do you think will be good?
Streaming right now. Let me read the chat.
Yeah, take your time. I'm just gonna draw the bed sheets.
I mean, yeah, sure, we can ask him to join us. But wait, hold on. If that's the case, then we need to end the stream and then restart the stream.
That is true. You know what? Oh, thanks a lot, Dojo. Appreciate it. And that was what I was aiming for. And yes, Mangami, I did actually do this 1 year ago, but I've struggled so much with the colors, I've decided to leave it off for a long time, and I'm coming back to it. And hello, Sesame Lettuce. Great to have you join us on the stream.
Hello. Question for me.
Question for you. And then we can go back to the issue at hand.
You ever worked in a studio before, or you freelance at the very start? Yeah, I actually worked 2 in-house jobs before I freelanced. Both of them for startup game companies, and both of them, well, not both. The first one got cancelled, and the second one is still in development, but yeah. I quit and continued as a freelancer. I think that was in 2016. So I've been freelancing for about 2 years. The first job was about 1 year. Jourdan and I actually worked at the same studio. And then it got cancelled.
Sad days. But no, I'm actually
Happy about it.
It was just a train wreck of a situation, guys.
Yeah. My advice is to not apply at startup studios unless you're very sure about the people.
Yeah, that is the challenging part, though. You can never be too sure sometimes. Oh.
Yeah. What do you think, Jourdan? We're gonna have to restart the stream.
Yeah, I think it's fine actually. Let's just, since you're heading off soon, I think I can restart and just do it with him. Unless, yeah.
I don't know. I think if we're gonna do it, we should do it now.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it actually.
We should tell him first.
That's true. But in case you guys in the chat don't know what you're talking about, and of course, probably none of you do. Steve might actually join us for a chat, and by Steve I mean like Swang from
our previous guest,
our previous podcast. So yeah, I think it'll be more fun to have more people on the stream.
Yeah, Steve has actually been quite excited about talking on the podcast. So hopefully we'll have him quite a bit in the future. Yeah, Swang.
Steve Rogan. Sorry for eating on the stream, guys. It's very unprofessional, but but the chill stream,
It's a special stream.
gives me the privilege to do so. I can turn away if you want. Sorry. Alright, so what we're gonna do, guys, is just quickly restart the stream so we can have Steve join in as the third streamer.
Later. He's still plugging in his microphone.
In a bit. In a bit. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? In case anyone's asking about how I'm doing great, thank you. It's a really beautiful day outside today. For those that are
full
curious.
now.
Huh?
You're full now.
Full?
Yeah.
I'm not full, I'm still hungry. Look at that, what a beautiful sunny day outside. And in case you don't know how Newcastle weather is like, it's pretty grim and dark. Ah. Oh, you live in the UK too, Taya. That's awesome. Which city? If you don't mind me asking, that is.
Be careful of Jourdan.
Yeah.
Wanna watch your back now.
It might be the last thing you ever do.
Leicester.
I might just keep the line work super simple. Oh man, now the webcam's covering the screen.
Is Leicester in London?
Oh, Leicester. Nice, nice, nice. I have no idea where it is. All I know is that there's red Leicester cheese, and I like that a lot. Oh, and Steve seems to be ready. So let's restart the stream really. I'll set up the room really quickly actually on another place.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
now
shame.
you know, Thea.
Have you actually been to? Oh yeah, you can check out your local Tesco and it'll have it. And have you actually been to industry workshops, Thea? I'm curious because, well, I mean, that's like one of the biggest like UK based events. Good thing we still have the Swang overlay from last podcast.
But it has the episode number.
Yeah, I'll change it. I'll change it quickly, actually.
THU.
Oh, THU.
Where are they holding THU this year? Still in Malta, or are they moving somewhere else? Okay.
Wait, Ken, which folder is it in?
Prism.
Prism assets, Prism overlay.
Right.
So
Yes.
you guys are about to see
right.
a super exclusive sneak peek of how we do it here on the drawing table.
No recording allowed, guys.
Yes, and it's strictly NDA. Right, we're gonna save it up. Oh no. I'll just name it Swang. Okay, we'll have another one. Wait, so it's Prism assets?
Yes.
Alright, I'll send it to you, Ken.
Alright. Oh wait, you can just change it yourself.
No, I'll send the room. You need the room.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
We'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Hey, Marco, good to see you on the stream, man. Thanks again for the drinks earlier. It's a lot of fun. All right, we'll be right back with Steve, so stay tuned, guys.
Okay,
I'm good.
you're good now.
Say something intelligent.
Yeah, that's not gonna come from this chat. We're gonna say dumb shit only. Oh, okay. So you guys are both working on personal pieces. Very good. Cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing on that illustration I showed.
Cool, man. It's awesome.
And Ken's working on dildo designs.
Yeah, you guys.
No, that's a different design.
That's a different design. You're not gonna open that PSD right now.
I mean, tell me that you don't look at Ken's explorations and think some of them look phallic.
Yeah.
No, it's just you, Jourdan.
I'll tell you guys a funny story for those people who's on the stream. But wait, can I ask? Am I laggy right now? Because I feel like I'm
I mean, few seconds.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
okay.
Because I'm
It's fine.
uploading something and then it seems like it's taking forever and I don't know.
Oh, and just to read a few comments from the chat, Blessings of the Nine. So Marco says, story time with Steve should be a running segment.
Yeah, I'll just hop in for like 5 minutes every Saturday. Be like, hey guys, drop your story.
Yeah. Now let me tell you a story.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of a prank, I've done it to a guy before though. He has his Photoshop open and he's one of those guys who's painted with like hundreds of layers. So then I just went on top of his layer, and I just drew what everybody draws when you have Photoshop layer open, and hit it in.
Let me guess, a penis.
Yeah, that's all I know how to draw nowadays. And then yeah, it's funny because
Man, that's
it
boring,
took about
dude.
it took
That's like-
it took about 4 hours for him to find out, and then when he found out, everybody was pretending that it never happened, and he just looked around as if like, did I draw this? I don't remember drawing this.
He just begins questioning his sanity.
Yeah. It's like what?
I mean, I know I normally draw this, but I swear I didn't do it this
Yeah, not definitely not on my own artwork. Usually to other people's
Yeah.
artwork. What is going on? Yeah.
But that's weak, man. Drawing a penis.
Yeah, I know. You know,
It's like the most vanilla shit you can do.
that's true. But I also don't want to get fired from a corporate job. That's a problem too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one thing to draw like something offensive, but you can draw something creative. Like Marco can attest to this. But I used to draw like muscular arms on like anything that anyone was drawing back during FCD.
Damn. Just flexing.
Yeah, just all of your concepts just flexing on them.
Yeah.
Did
come back from
anyone
the
ever
top,
get
yeah.
mad at you
Yeah.
for doing that?
Get mad at Jourdan?
Yeah, Jourdan.
I don't know.
No
Did
one,
Marco
man.
get mad at
No
you?
one, man. No,
I'm sure that.
I mean, you can ask.
Here's
him.
I'm sure. Okay, Marco, I'm gonna speak up for you right here. Okay. Of course, people get mad at it. Fuck you, man. Who does that shit? Right? Who does that shit? But
But it's drawn so nicely. Man.
yeah,
It's-
sure. But you can't get really mad. You know, like you can't get really mad. You gotta have some humor in your life. But but
I'm the humor bringer.
yeah, but everybody at that moment wants to kind of
Kill
kill you.
me.
You know that too.
And just to read a few more comments as well. Oh, there's actually a question for me. Taya asked, Jourdan, do you plan on being a speaker or doing a demo at industry workshops in the future by any chance? That would be really great. In general, though, I do want to speak or do demos at events in general. So if I get invited or they would like to have me on, if I volunteer myself, I would be more than happy to do so.
Hey, if you keep drawing naked men, you'll get invited.
Yeah.
Well, I
not
mean, you have people.
not that type of convention though. Different convention.
I mean, there's the hardcover book that's come out recently, and a lot of people in the industry joined in, man, in
Right.
contributing to that. Are you guys familiar with that in the chat? And also you guys,
No.
Ken and Steve.
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we talked
So-
about it, right?
All right. So apparently, there's this new book that's coming out. That's a collective of different artists.
Yeah.
That's made in order to fight back against the censorship on social media of naked bodies.
Oh, is that
So
what
they decide?
is that what it is for?
Yes, Ken. There is a purpose behind it. It's not just fan material. So, people have decided to just draw erotic art in their contributions for the book,
Sure.
and that's what it is.
That's beautiful, man. Brought tears to my eyes. And put on my sunglasses so you guys can't see.
Not just tears in your eyes, but something else.
Everything,
in your
man.
hands.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I can't. Those these kind of collaboration stuff is kind of cool because you don't have to spend like 5 years just kind of drawing every picture by yourself. You can get it done in like half a year if you get enough people doing it.
Yeah, man. And Kim Jung Gi even has a drawing there too.
Damn.
Well, but to be fair, he typically draws like naked women anyways.
That's true.
And like,
And if you've ever, wait, we've met him at THU, and you know how
really?
how perverted he is.
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, also just for how we know too. It's just like he could have just taken one of his like pages from his sketchbook and gave it to them. There's
Exactly.
no difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you call it, Kim? Master Kim? I'll just call it Kim. Kim. Did Kim like do something in specific, or is it just flipping through his sketchbooks? You see.
No, he was just doing a demo on the theater, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's this one guy who asked him like what he does on his pastime,
Oh.
and he does that.
Oh.
You know?
Well. Okay.
He faps a lot, guys. It's
Right.
It's just,
I don't want to say the word, but yeah.
Okay, well, Ken is he doesn't want to sin, so I'm a sinner. I'm already way I'm already way past the level of forgiveness. So he faps a lot, man. But it's yeah, it's what guys do, right? It's what guys do, right, guys? Right, guys? It's what guys do, right? We all do it, right? In fact, before the stream, yeah. No, nobody does it.
man.
Okay, fuck.
I've never touched anything in my
Because you're a
life.
baller. Because you always have somebody else do it. You're a
Yeah.
fucking hero.
Oh
dude.
god.
You're a hero, dude.
I'm a eunuch.
You're
I have none.
nothing to touch. Speaking of eunuch, you guys watch Game of Thrones, man? Did you guys not watch that episode?
Yes. Wait, which episode are you talking about?
The new one, the one that came out last Sunday.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be Monday for you
No.
guys.
No,
Yes.
no, I didn't watch it. But let's not spoil anything for
There's
people
nothing to
in the
fucking
chat.
spoil. It's not like it's a good
mean,
episode.
If you watch Game of Thrones, then you should have watched it by now.
I haven't.
Yeah, okay, then you don't
Yeah,
really.
you don't
then you
watch.
don't really watch it, and you don't really care about the spoiler. Like, come on, like guys.
Well, I
get
mean,
over yourself,
I
guys.
don't care, but there's people in the chat that
Yeah.
that probably do.
Yeah,
so
but the thing is, we don't care about them.
I do. I care about them
Yeah, guys, go watch it, man. Just go watch it.
sometime.
Yeah.
So many people tell me to watch it.
Yeah, it must get really annoying as somebody who doesn't watch it. It's like, oh, watch it, man, watch it. It's like, oh, shut the
Yeah, it's
fuck
like,
up.
I know. Along with all these other movies and series.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a few comments in the chat as well. I think this is in response to your question if all the guys fap. Dojo says yes.
Oh, god.
It actually wasn't a question. It was almost like a statement. There's,
His statement.
there's always truth to everything. There's always multiple sides of a story. But if there is a universal truth, it's what you just said, Dojo.
Yes.
Exactly what you just said. Okay, so we got a truth speaker in the chat.
Let's change the
so
topic.
So like there are guys like Ken who
Oh.
wouldn't admit it. Fine, it's fine. And there
I
are
said nothing. I said nothing.
yeah, exactly. Speak the truth. Speak the truth, or at least don't lie. And you don't lie. That's fine. By not talking, good.
And there's some people that said, like Bima said, no. What are you talking about, Swang?
Well, you and Ken could be best friend.
And then Mangami says, right.
We're actually friends in real life. He's a friend from Indonesia.
Oh, okay. No wonder.
We're
Exactly.
a holy country, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, sure, man. I know, Carta. Don't.
Well, that's Karda, though.
Some corrupted land.
Yeah. He's not a good representative of the demographic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder why I'd go back and do line work. I guess I'm just not confident to go straight away into painting things.
Maybe that's interesting to talk about. Like during your work time, do you usually get line work stuff or painting stuff?
Depends on the concept, really. But if I have the chance, I would do line work first, actually. Because even with my painting process, I usually like color in my line work.
Right.
That helps me transition to like a finished painting. But for paintings like this, I can't help but feel it's redundant.
Yes.
So this is where I'm like questioning myself.
Right. Yeah, I think line drawing is always interesting, man. It's like it's fun to do and all that, but yeah, it takes so much time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're painting over, like what's the point?
Yeah, I know. That's why it's like, but I guess for me, it's like a safety net, you know. It's like, let's just say that my painting doesn't really work out too much, you know, or don't want to render too much to make sure my edges read correctly.
Right.
I just fall back on my line work.
Yeah. Oh, I get it, man. I know. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you get more line work jobs or more painting jobs?
Me?
Yeah.
I would
At
say
Microsoft.
95% is like painting and and it's mostly like the line work stuff. I if I can turn them down, I will. It's just a lot of. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if it's painting or 3D or line work, right? It's as long as the job's done. So yeah. So it's more like I choose not to go the line work route because I know how long it will take me.
But you used to do a lot of line work, especially in your FCD assignment.
Yeah, but that's more like because that's the only thing that kind of look half decent, and you know, that's just it's more like I don't have a choice. It's
I think I'm at that transition point myself, actually. Like, I'm doing more painting recently, but I'm not confident enough to just paint.
yeah. It's or eventually you kind of just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, and then you figure it out, man.
So how did that happen for you, though? Like,
start painting.
Well, okay.
No. I mean, that's a question. Like you mean like happen for me as like
to start painting.
Oh, yeah, I don't mean to be rude.
Right. How do you get better at painting?
How do you get better?
Painting?
You start.
Thanks,
yeah.
Steve.
How do you get good at anything? You start. No, I think I remember it was like me. I was doing some line drawing stuff, and then maybe it had to do with that Jamie Jones thing we talked about, where it's like, oh, maybe I should just try to make sure most of my assignment, if I can cater towards improving on that aspect, then I will try. And then I think maybe that's when the start of it, where it's like, okay, fine, then I'll just kind of try to take assignments that are more painted, or at least maybe an illustration or a keyframe.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't remember if it was. I think it was a lot of personal work that really kind of pushed me to do it without actually needing like a line drawing. Yeah.
So do you remember what kind of personal work you tried to, I guess, formulate to cater to those needs? Like, did you set yourself in a way certain parameters, like maybe some pieces that would be that would facilitate an easier learning?
No, man. I was just having fun. I think I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I learned from another story time, with me, I guess.
Story time.
So some of you guys might know. Do you guys know Joseph Cross?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he used to work at Bungie. He's like he's like the really good. He's a graphic designer, industrial designer as well, and yeah, he's really, really, really good. Nice guy, man. Like, he's one of those guys who, like, you email, like most of the guys you email, they'll never respond. But he's one of those guys that, was very kind to respond to me a few years ago. And then eventually, like, I was in town in Seattle, and then I was like, oh, do you have time to meet for a coffee? And you know, he was around at the time, so he's like, okay, sure. So we met, and then he was giving me some critique, and he was showing me like these kind of reference sites and just overall like where I should be taking my stuff and how do I check my composition and stuff. And ever since then, man, I kind of just took what he had, and to be honest with you too, even the course I'm working on, it's if there's one singular idea or a moment that it's based on, it's actually from that coffee meeting with him.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's a super nice guy. Yeah, super nice guy. And yeah,
Wow.
that's one of those lucky moments.
That
Nice, dude.
that coffee meeting must be one heck of a game changer for you then.
Yeah.
Sort of. It was like it wasn't a game changer immediately, but it definitely, you know what it is, like, it's, you know, like we talked about last week too, like it nudges you to kind of like the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it did.
Sesame Lettuce was saying he's struggling with learning compositions, especially value structure. Any tips would be appreciated. Thanks.
Okay, well, can I answer first?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you a short-term solution and a mid-term solution.
Wait, sorry, I disconnected for a while. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh,
Okay, so the midterm solution is you just wait a few months and you take my class. Because because composition and value structure, to be honest, is exactly what I do, like what I go into a lot. It's not really like a class for pure beginner where like if you don't know perspective and basic stuff, you probably won't benefit too much from the class. But if you care about value and composition and just like design and shapes, then I think I should go over that quite a lot. So that's something that, you know, that's something that you could probably do, or you can just email me. I probably answered, to be honest. Short term wise, man, value structure. Get that book, James Gurney book, Color and Light. Is that what it's called, guys? Color and Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's fucking amazing. It'll teach you quite a bit.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to give exact feedback if we don't know, or I don't know where like you're currently at in your journey.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has to be like it either has to be like a piece where you can actually show how the person can improve their their piece.
Exactly. That's
Otherwise, it's too like open ended. Like
yeah. It's very general. How do you like? Okay, I guess you can read that book, but maybe you already read it. Maybe you read it, so I don't know.
yeah. And the thing is, like, when you ask that question, for example, like, how do I improve my composition? It's going to be vastly different from when Ken and I ask, or someone else that's just started out with art asks.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I don't know, like the person who asked this, maybe they started out. Maybe you just started out. But if I could show you, I'm sure we can all dig out some pieces from when you just started, or even back in school. Man, like what value structure? Like what are you talking about, right? Yeah. So really,
what are values?
Yeah. So yeah, our like actual. We can talk about like literal like value of being a human being, but value in painting, nah, man, it didn't exist back then, dude. So then I think you really just got to keep on doing it. Yeah, just keep on doing it, and then you fuck up 100 times, and then one day oh shit, I understand value structure. That's it. Yeah.
And Sesame Lettuce, well, the person that asked the question says, your course is already on my list, Steve.
Oh man, thanks, dude. Yes, at least like one person will buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And Mangami also says, Color and Light by James Gurney is my Bible. Good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's so good. It's ridiculously good. But it's one of those books that's so good that when you first read it, you don't understand it. Right? Like, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of have to go back, but read it like once in a while, and then revisit.
Yeah.
And I'm curious.
Oh, sorry, Ken. Go on.
Sorry. For the Learn Squid course, how much is it going to cost?
So I don't know, but based on I know as much as you guys, and what I know is that based on their website,
Oh,
it will be $249 for the cheapest one, right? So I think all of their classes is $249 right now. So I'm gonna assume that's what it is. But don't quote me. I'm not sure. We're gonna have a discussion on where we should price it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think the mentorship section they have will be like $500 or something, I think. And then, yeah, I know they used to have like a $50, $60 option, but I don't see those anymore. So I don't know. Yeah. But I'll say this, like compared to most schools, I mean, compared to all schools, man, it's actually, any of these online stuff is actually extremely, ridiculously cheap. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. I think these courses have been revolutionary in terms of just raising the bar for what you can learn online.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, one of the videos that I want to make for my YouTube, which I haven't got to yet because it's busy, but was about this art school thing. Because I think everybody who's starting out, they always ask that question, like art school, no art school. You guys want to go into that a little bit? What are you guys' thoughts on art school?
Oh, right now?
They suck.
Right now.
No,
I think they work. I learned quite a lot in FZD, and I don't think I would be where I am right now without FZD that 1 year.
Of course, 100%. Agreed.
Yeah.
I will say...
Sorry,
go
go
on, Ken. No, you.
Okay, let me finish then.
Finish.
I think school works for the majority of people, where if they don't have like the peer pressure, they won't get as much as some people who can just work by themselves. Like studying by themselves. And I must say that the majority of people needs that peer pressure to push themselves further. And FZD did just that to me, I think.
I would say that that's also been the most beneficial thing for me about a school, because in terms of raw content itself, or even let's just say the mentorship that you get from the teachers at FZD, if you actually message people online nowadays, you can, or even take some of their courses, you can get that for even cheaper. So I think it really just boils down to that sort of environment that you get. And that could actually kickstart someone or kick someone's ass to make them realize that, I suppose, how much is needed to actually succeed in the industry. And also future network connections, because a lot of the people that I still talk to now are actually my classmates. And even, for example, like Ken, he wasn't in my batch, but he was in the batch below me. But, we're still talking now. And with you, Steve, well, I guess the reason why we talk has nothing to do with FZD. But even then, I think it adds like that extra level of, shared and common interests or experiences.
Yeah, sure does, man. Yeah, I'm glad you guys mentioned that, because that was exactly what I was gonna get into. Because people ask, I'm like, oh, like what can I learn? Like I want to become master of anatomy, or I want to become master of like perspective. I want to be a Scott Robertson. What can I learn? I don't know, like Gumroad. You can learn that from Gumroad. But the value of school, the value of a good school. I mean, to be honest, most schools are probably overpriced. But then, it is what it is right now. Like I think Brainstorm is priced pretty decently, but then they don't give you a degree. Like if you're not American, you want to work in the US, and you have to have that degree.
Yeah, man.
But like you guys are just mentioning, like going to school, it gives you that peer pressure. It builds character, it builds discipline, it builds, it helps you deal with people, learn how to deal with people, under a tremendous amount of stress. And really, you figure out, like, whether or not you really want to do this pretty quickly. Right? And obviously also the connection it builds, right? The connection it builds from not only your peers and your teachers, but also people that comes to check out your grad show or stuff like that. Man. Yeah, there's a lot of...
I mean, that's how I got my first job.
Yeah, for sure. That's how it works. Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah. And there's also a couple of comments in the chat. I mean, we can go back to this discussion later on.
Sure, man.
Yeah, there's quite a few comments. So one of the first questions that we have is by Bima, how many hours the content on that course? So he's talking about your
My course.
Learn Squared course. Yes.
Okay, so if it's non-sped up, I'm going to guess like 15, 20, 25 hours. But obviously, that's not interesting, right? So everything, I'll say narrated content where there's going to be non-sped up stuff, but there's also going to be stuff where I'm painting for like 8 hours. Obviously, I'm going to sped that up. Those ones will be... Let's just say this. I did a total of 4 paintings. Or I'm doing a total of 4 paintings. I've already completed 3. And I'm currently working on my last one. So 4 paintings. The first 3 took about 2 to 3 hours each. And then the last one is going to take me, I'm aiming at maybe like 15 hours. So then, you know, you do your math. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be quite a lot of, like if this person that asked the question, if you tuned into our stream last week, it's going to dive a lot deeper into those stuff.
Yeah. I think that'll be a good.
Wait, so it's gonna be about 4 weeks of lessons then?
Yes. Well, okay, so you don't have to do it in 4 weeks, but it's gonna be 4. It's categorized into 4 chapters.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously, if you do plan on doing the mentorship, then I guess it's 4 weeks though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Solid content right there.
I hope so. I don't know, man. I hope so. I mean, you guys let me know. Seriously, like for those of you who are generous enough to buy it when it does come out, if you guys hate it, seriously, like let me know and I'll make it up to you guys.
Yeah.
It's my first time like recording and making a course, so I don't know what to expect. Yeah, and I try to keep it as when I listen to some of the courses online, a lot of times it sounds too formulaic to me.
Yeah.
In terms of like, oh, this is where I open this brush and this is what I do with it. So for me, I'm like, okay, maybe I should just try a different approach. So a lot of it will sound like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Where I'll throw in like a story or a joke or a conversation once in a while, but it's funny because I'm just talking to myself. But, yeah, it's just
laughing to yourself.
Yeah, laughing at my joke. Hey guys, I just put on sunglasses. Guess what? I'm wearing sunglasses. Yeah, shit like that. But hey, you guys let me know, man. You guys let me know. If it sucks, please do let me know because I'm fucking improve on it for the next one. Yeah.
You better.
I better. I want to. But if everyone's like, oh, it's awesome, then you'll never improve on it.
All right.
Yeah. Please be critical.
All right. So the lesson here is never compliment Steve.
Don't. I get enough of that already.
Wait, actually compliment him all the time.
No, then I'll suck.
So yeah. See, so for those of you that watched the last week's podcast, we talked about how we can, deal with progress. This is one way we can slow down Steve's progress.
You don't have to break my hand. Don't have to go that extreme.
Just inflate his ego that he can't see anything in front of him.
Yeah. Who's Jamie Jones again? I don't remember, man. I don't fucking remember, you guys. No.
Jamie Jones, my favorite artist is Steve Wang.
Yeah. Oh shit, that would be a dream come true. I think I'll quit art. Oh, he said that. Send me a video clip. It'll be one of those like deep fake videos, like those Obama ones you've seen recently or like last year. Yeah, it'll be like one of those ones. Like, oh shit, he said that. Okay, I guess I never have to work.
Oh man. All right, I'll figure it. That's where I'll invest my money.
Yeah, just 100% all in on that technology.
Yeah, deep fake Jamie Jones.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I was thinking too? It's like, okay, I'll admit, man, there's definitely times where it gets you ahead a little bit, right? Oh, I did a piece, I did like 2 pieces in a row where I really liked it, or like my work is going really smoothly, and yeah, of course, like every person, not just artists, your ego gets inflated for sure. But then, fuck, one of the best and worst thing about, in my opinion, about doing art is like you just have that one piece or that one day where you're having an off day, and boom, there goes your confidence. Like, oh, you thought you were good. Oh yeah. You thought you were good. Nah, man, come on. So.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-regulation thing.
Right. So this will actually lead to a very interesting conversation. I acknowledge that there's also quite a few comments in the chat, so hopefully you guys don't mind waiting for a while. But my question is that, first of all, when was the last time that this has happened to you, where you got kind of deflated because of a piece that didn't go well. And the second part of the question would be, and then how do you deal with it so that you don't let your ego get in the way of your work, whether it be overinflated or deflated ego?
So the first part of the question, it will be like yesterday, man. I was freaking doing. I don't know why. Whenever we're gonna do the stream, I always go through a burnout. It's bad luck. No, actually, I didn't go through a burnout. It's just this. I was trying to record a colored piece for my class, and here's the thing, guys. Download OBS and hit start recording, and the game fucking changes. It's different from you know putting on some music and relax, and you can browse like YouTube for a little bit or browse Instagram for a little bit and going back to painting. It's different. Once you hit record, you're going all out, and then it adds a different level of pressure. So when I was doing that, I'm like, fuck, man, this doesn't look good. Like, you either have to scratch and redo 8 hours of recording and do a new piece, right? Or I go with it. What do I do? Right? So that's yesterday. I was doing that. Yesterday I had that problem. Yeah, and then how to deal with an inflated ego.
Yeah, or deflated. So basically, even during the moments when you feel down, you know.
Yeah.
Because like as we were talking about in another conversation, an ego doesn't necessarily mean pridefulness. It could actually mean that you have a view of yourself that's lower than what you really are.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, ego, arrogance, confidence, those are all like slightly different things, and they're okay. There's one thing I thought about self-confidence and maybe just ego. This is a couple years ago. Is that I used to think that being self-confident or having high ego, it's something that let's say you can only have when you're very successful. Like, oh, I'm really good, therefore I'm very confident. I used to think that. Okay, so after a while, I start to think, you know what? It's actually probably not that, because I talk to people that are really extremely confident in what they do, and what they're doing, and where they're headed to, and I start to occur to me that confidence is more like when you know if you've lost everything today, you can just get back. You know, you can just get back on your track, on your feet. If you got your ego destroyed, if you got your life destroyed, chances are you're just gonna get right back up, man. And that's the level of confidence that some people have, where it's like, I don't care if I lose my job today. I don't care if I get fired today. I don't care if if my finances ruined today, because I know myself, and I know I can get back up, and that's a healthy level of ego, right? And I think, I don't know, for me as an artist, dealing with inflated ego, I think it'll deal with itself, man. Just if you be honest with your own artwork, you can't have a masterpiece every time. And when you do a bad piece, I don't see how your ego cannot be destroyed.
Yeah. So would you say that's dealing with ego is something that just comes with experience, really? It's not so much a mental state of mind, but just experience.
I think so. I think it's being very self-aware, man. Yeah, like, being very self-aware and be like, oh, this is I'm having a high. I'm having a high in my ego state right now. Yeah. And then asking yourself, why is it? Is it because I did that painting really well? Is it because that person, is it because I got the girl's number? Is it because my boss complimented me? Like, what is it? Why is it that my ego is at its state right now?
Yeah.
And then be like, okay, well then what can I do to put myself in that state more? And it just becomes a norm. It becomes my flow. But that also never worked, because then you do a next piece and it sucks, and then it gets destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way, man.
It doesn't.
And
not for you. Not for you. For me, yeah.
No, as in it doesn't work in the way that just because you're on a high and you want to will for that high to happen consistently, it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it never works.
I've tried to personally speaking, I've tried to hold on to it when I've had a high and like, okay, now I just have to ride this wave,
Yeah.
And if I can continue to do that smooth sailing, my career is going to go to new places. But usually the case is, even just after the next day, let's just say, a perfect example would be, like last week's podcast. I was a bit of a high after doing it, because I thought it went really well, and hearing the feedback that we got from people, I was very pleased with it. But then, working on this current piece, just struggling with it, I've kind of just had my high deflated just like that.
Right. Just like that, man. It's that easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that easy, guys.
And wait, where was I going to go with this? But yeah, bottom line is it's just such a fleeting and fragile thing. And one thing I've kind of realized with it is to actually not to hold on to it. And I think we kind of touched upon this in a conversation as well, Steve. But, it's not, and with Ken as well, it's just like from my meditation, I've learned that it's about embracing whatever condition or state your mind is in right now.
Yeah.
Or your ego is in.
Yeah.
But telling yourself that I will do my best regardless, rather than waiting for that moment that I'm on that high, or waiting until I feel better about my ego before I do something. Because let's face it, there are some things that happen in life where it deflates you for a long, long time.
Oh,
it
yes.
could be months or years.
Yep.
Yeah. So if that is what we are all waiting for before we actually take any action, then we're not ever going to get to the places that we want to.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man. It's not something you wait for. It's something that it's a consequence of good decision making. So if you like that feeling and you're like, fuck, man, I can't wait till the next time I feel great. No, it's not. Chances are I'm gonna bet that it's not gonna happen. So what you have to do is really like what you just said. You embrace it, keep on doing what you're doing, and it will just come. That's it. That's I don't know, like, I don't know, everyone probably have a slightly different method of dealing with their ego, their sense of how you look at yourself. I've definitely seen some people who are extremely bad at dealing with that, and I really, to be fair too, I don't know how to help or how to say, because it's never worked. Whatever I say has never worked.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Actually, let's also extend this question to the chat as well, and we could probably answer some of the questions too soon.
Yeah, man.
But for the chat, how do you guys deal with ego, or do you have a problem with ego at all? And yeah, if you do, if you want to share, we'd be happy to hear about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, let's ask Ken, because I don't think he's he's had a chance to talk about.
I'm just listening, man. It's good stuff.
Ken's a very confident guy. He's like, what? Dealing with a deflated ego? I never had that before.
I don't know, man.
Always on the high.
No. I think when I deal with deflated ego, what I do is just take my time off art and just do stuff that I like and just enjoy my time.
Yeah.
Like,
that's always
free
good too.
time.
Yeah, that's sometimes you realize stepping away for a little bit is the answer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Can't brute force it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not really the type of person who can just sit on the computer and just keep working on it all day.
Right.
And feel like it's gonna work out. I feel like I need to stop and then come back to it, stop and then come back to it, instead of working on it in one go.
Right.
I feel like that kind of mental state only worked when I was in FZD. After that, it's just kind of gone.
Yeah.
It's too exhausting to be in that state for 1 year.
Well, that's also just because everyone around you was doing it, right? Like most people around you were doing
exactly.
it, so you had to do it.
Yeah.
That's the school. That's the benefit of school, guys. That's
for sure. And on that final note, I mean, just the idea of your actions affecting your state of mind. This is actually something I heard on the car radio when I was in Jakarta, but it was actually not to do with art, but it was to do with exercise. And the radio talk show host was saying that, if you are, for example, feeling unhealthy, how do you begin to feel healthy? And the simple answer is that, you go to the gym, but you don't wait until you feel healthy to go to the gym, because that won't change anything. So what I got out of it is that in order for my physical, mental, or skills, state of my skills to change,
Right.
I have to not chase feelings, but rather perform the actions that will generate that feeling that I want.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like that's the question in itself. I don't know what radio you're listening to, but the question in itself is flawed because healthy is not something you fucking feel. It's you are or
Yeah.
you're not, and which means it's a do or don't type of scenario, right? It's a lot simpler than how do I feel happy, or how do I feel confident, or how do I help my ego? Like those are actually feeling based for a lot of it. But healthy, yeah, like you said, man, or art in a sense too. It's just like you don't wait until you're good at art, right? You do it, and hopefully
Yeah.
in 10 years you're good. Hopefully, exercise in a way, exercise and health is actually way simpler than that because art you can do 10 years and you don't get anywhere. But
Yeah.
if you exercise every day, I guarantee it. You're gonna get somewhere.
Well, to be fair, if you do shitty like deadlift forms like every day,
Yeah, you go to the
most likely
hospital.
End up with a yeah, exactly. So that's another rabbit hole if you want to talk about
Yes.
what building good habits are not. Uh, but yeah, in general though, I think maybe the downfall, in my opinion, of a lot of starting artists is that they actually chase after emotions too much. Like usually when they say that they have an art block, my experience with that is that it actually means that they are feeling down about their art,
Yeah,
or that they're a bit disappointed that they can't do something,
yeah,
and that's fine. But if once again people chase emotions rather than actually having a steady plan of improvement, then it's gonna take a really long time for them to actually
Yeah.
improve.
yeah. No, for sure. Actually, I thought about this yesterday when I was running, and it was almost like a reinforcement of what we talked about on stream about the goal stuff, right? And this is a really short one, so I'll just, for those of you listening, maybe hopefully it'll reinforce my point a little bit
Yeah.
because I was kind of put on the spot. Let's be honest, but I think it's really important to you set these goals. Let's say quotation mark goals that are so big that they're most likely seemingly impossible to achieve, right? And then you have these medium goals that I talked about where it's probably easy to achieve. But then it's a long-term thing. It's not something you can do today or next week. And those are the things that you measure your achievements by. Because if you don't have those things to measure your achievement by, your ego will get deflated as time goes on,
Yeah.
right? And then what you do then is you have these really short-term, 1 day, 1 week goals where it's very easy to do physically, but it's very hard for your mind to commit to it. So something like I'm going to run 30 minutes every day. It's very easy, man. Most people can do it. I'll say most people in this world could do this. Or I'm going to draw for 1 hour every day. Everybody has 1 hour. Elon Musk has the same time as us, right? So we all have the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So then once you think about that, you're like, okay, well, what am I going to do? That's going to be really easy to do. Maybe I'm going to draw. Maybe I'm an artist. I like anatomy. Okay, well, I'm going to do figure drawing for an hour each night. Easy to do. It looks like shit. Easy to do though. But then if I do this, if I can do this for 5 years, I'm going to reach my midterm goal. And if I keep on doing it for 10 years, then I reach my long-term goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Then,
Okay.
then once again, there's like that different. Oh, sorry, Ken.
Yeah, sorry for cutting. I think I have to go now.
Oh, okay.
It's been 1.5 hours since we started.
Oh,
Sick.
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, dude. But I guess I think I'll still be working on my piece, so Steve and I can just continue with the chat.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, man. I don't care.
Yeah, awesome sketches, Ken. I think the last one is one of the more successful ones too.
I'm
Or
not
the
sure.
second one, actually.
I
Second one.
like this one. What do you think, Jourdan and Steve? I mean, Jourdan said
Let's take a look.
you like this. Wait, second one is top right.
Oh wait, so top right and middle right actually. Now that I look at it, because just the fact that it's on a precarious cliff makes it seem like a treacherous pilgrimage. Makes it feel, awe-inspiring somehow.
I see. Okay. Steve is thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the story so then I can. What did you say? What did you say, Jordan? Top right?
Top right and middle right.
Middle right.
I just feel like the positioning of the tower itself makes it feel like, you know, the people are making like a pilgrimage, a treacherous pilgrimage. So it makes it feel, you know, like a more interesting journey rather than a flat plane. You know?
Is that what the story is?
This is the story. Can you see it? So this tower lights up at certain times when the villagers go to it and then offer some offerings. It's a place of worship, and basically they seek guidance from the tower.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, I don't know. So I think bottom right, and in that case, I think bottom right or top right makes sense. But you know what? I actually really like top right, just because I don't know what is the black supposed to be? Is that supposed to be night, or like or is that in a cave, or?
Yeah, it's in a cave. It's just the background.
Okay, because I've been really into these sci-fi, like 80s sci-fi shit. So then like they kind of if that background was space, and then people are lining up to just go to this fucking space tower thingy, that would be. I mean, for me, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But
right,
yeah, because you can see it's different camera, right? Like the bottom right one is very like fisheye, which is cool. Like because if you're looking up, then almost immediately you're like, okay, this tower is like it's an authority figure.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you gonna paint it or something?
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna refine these sketches just a little bit more because it's still a bit too rough in my opinion.
Man.
But yeah, I'm gonna paint it. And yeah.
Awesome.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep because it's 12. It's past 12 now.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks to Steve for joining us.
Dude. It's fun.
And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'll leave the podcast to you guys then.
We'll just keep the stream on as it is.
Yeah.
So we don't have to restart and whatnot. Kid's gone.
We'll keep on running until the viewer count is at 0.
Yeah, but there's still quite a few questions actually that we can get through.
Let's get through them.
So one of the questions that was asked a while back by Mohammed Samra is, how do you guys deal with procrastination, especially when you are learning on your own? Sometimes I procrastinate like I am getting paid to procrastinate.
I wish, hey? Wouldn't we all make bank from that?
Exactly.
Do you have an answer for that?
Oh, wait, well, let me just say goodnight to Ken.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Ken, apparently everything crashed for Ken.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Oh, man, that sucks.
But the stream is still on?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine because we're using Prism Light Stream. It's independent of anyone.
Oh, okay, cool.
So as long as the room's still standing,
right,
and that we're live,
right,
it'll still run. So for me personally, I think this is definitely, well, in terms of actually like really severe procrastination, I would actually say that an important thing to do is actually ask yourself why you're procrastinating. Oh, and Ken says bye as well because his computer crashed. Oh yeah, but is to ask why you're procrastinating. And for me, one of the biggest reasons, for example, why I procrastinated on my art a lot is that I didn't want to confront the fact that my art sucked. So if I don't draw, it means that, you know, I won't produce any shitty art.
Yeah.
But of course, the problem is that I'm not producing any art at all, and I'm just holding on to this really fragile and worthless level that I'm so protective about.
Yep.
So I began to just ask, after identifying that, I then actually started writing down the solutions to that problem. So it goes back to the whole big goals, small goals thing. And for me, it was just doing something that's so simple that even I felt at that moment in time that I could achieve it, you know.
Right.
So I would challenge myself, maybe draw 30 minutes for today, you know, that's not too bad. Maybe do a study so I don't have to create anything on my own.
Right.
So I did that and eventually just ramped up the intensity. And I find that actually underestimating myself when it comes to challenging myself to do something new is actually the way to go. Because it will almost guarantee that I accomplish it. And when I accomplish it, I feel good. And when I feel good, I become more confident as well.
Right.
And as I've done it, after doing it at a more consistent basis as well, I can then begin to build on top of that foundation I've built for myself. So I increase the intensity. 30 minutes, okay, let's just say 1 hour now. So it just goes through that whole process of building up my confidence to the point that I achieve my ultimate goal of, you know, eliminating as much procrastination as I can. But there are also times where procrastination comes from the fact that I'm losing focus because I'm so tired and I just need to stop doing what I'm doing, take a break, and actually like switch off of work, really enjoy my time off so I can come back fresh.
Yeah. Well, that's part of asking yourself why, right? Because if the answer to why is because I'm freaking tired physically,
Yeah.
then the answer is very clear. Yeah, I think, you know what, part of the reason why we probably chat quite a bit is because I think we and you, we do have similar philosophies and approach to a lot of these things, and this is definitely one of them, man. I don't think there's anything for me to add to that. Yeah, it's pretty much spot on. Yeah, I think that study thing too is very important. Like the moment I stop thinking that every piece that I do have to be good or a masterpiece, the moment I kind of stop procrastinating. And I wouldn't say I've stopped completely. There's still a lot of times where I'll slip off. But here's the thing too. It's I'll be honest. Like if you're one of those people who have a lot of things going on in your life in terms of there's a lot of events and a lot of social events, let's say you're attending to, and you have a lot of hobbies yourself. Maybe you have a lot of family obligations. It does get a lot harder.
Of course,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, but then to someone like me, it's like I don't have that much obligations on me. Luckily, like my time is mine for the most part. So then, I used to play a lot of video games or just like go on YouTube quite a bit. But nowadays it's more like, well, I've done that, gotten absolutely nowhere, right? So what's the alternative? Okay, alternative will be maybe I'll just keep on doing art. 'Cause like that's working, even though some of the pieces is just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that is actually like a barrier that some people need to go through, which is the idea that I think when it comes to discipline or developing a skill, some people I think have the idea that whatever that they do or touch has to turn to gold. But I don't think that that's the case, and I think that's what is the reason that a lot of people get paralyzed when they start something new, is that they just cannot fathom the fact that it's okay to fail, it's okay to suck.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny is that when you start something new, you're like a sponge, right? You're a white piece of paper, whatever is thrown at you, you're gonna absorb it, and it's gonna feel really good in the beginning. And what's gonna happen is that it's like playing video game. You reach that point where it's starting to get really grindy to get to level up, and then plus people are starting giving you compliments. Like you're starting to get a little bit of that taste of being good and success, and your mind, like your brain, just wants it even more. You're like, fuck, how do I get that? And then also you're getting better too. So you look at your work, you're like, this sucks. Yeah.
Oh, now that you said it that way, it actually reminds me of a different way of looking at it, and something that I've been trying to be more conscious of. It's just the whole idea that improving is not doing something better. It's actually the elimination of weakness. And the only way to actually eliminate weakness is first to expose it. And after exposing it, of course, is dealing with it. And I think when you don't do anything or you stick to your comfort zone, do something that you're always good at, you're never revealing your weakness.
Right.
Sure, you might give this false sense of impression to yourself and others that you're really good and that you're impervious to failure. But in the long run, are you really improving? And I think that's why you have a criticism of ikigai, or at least on that part,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
It's because I think some people only do what they're good at rather than focusing on maybe improving upon their weaknesses.
That's right. No, 100%, man. I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week about the class, right? But the initial thought about me doing the class with Learn Square was, I actually felt that I was like, oh fuck, I've been relying on kind of the techniques and stuff I know for a while now, like for at least a good year, 2 years, and it served me well. Like it served me well in personal work. It served me well in professional work. And I think when I was doing the course, I was like, I think it's time to let these things go, because I'm holding on to it as if it's some kind of secret when it's not. And it's time to let these things go and then share it with people who might need it. And then I'm going to therefore kind of expose things to the stuff that I should have been working on this whole time.
Yeah.
Elimination of weakness is definitely a good one. Fuck, I gotta put that one in my book.
Yeah, it actually makes me feel more okay about failing at things, actually.
Yeah, everybody, man.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that I need to get in my own head, and I think the problem is for quite a few of us, and I think a lot of you guys in the chat can relate as well, is that I think when we're growing up, sometimes we're put under a lot of expectations from parents or teachers that, like the whole trope about Asians, oh, you gotta be, you're not an Asian.
You're Bayesian.
You're Bayesian. Yeah. It's like things like that. And I kind of went through that as well when I was growing up, where I walked away with the whole idea of, if I can't do anything right the first time, it means that I shouldn't even try at all.
Yeah.
It means I'm no good at it.
Yeah.
But that's definitely not the right way.
No. It's not even just not the right way. It's just not the truth. Right? That's simply, like, you could say, people could argue all day about how to educate your kids. I'm not going to tell anyone how to educate their kids, but simply the truth is that you're never going to get good on the first try. That's on anything. That's simply the truth. So if you discourage people on their first few tries, and without help, without like giving them some kind of guidance to push through those hard times, then they'll never try it. They'll never try again.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And it's so rare that you find someone that immediately succeeds on the first try.
I simply don't think it's possible.
It's a fluke, probably.
Yes.
And if you're only riding on a fluke, you're bound to encounter failure one time or another.
100%, yeah, of course.
And there's also a few comments as well that I'll read out. So So-called me said, art in the beginning is like deer staring at headlights. There's so much to learn that you get overwhelmed. So learning things in small bites is the way to go. Yeah, and I agree with that.
Yep.
And few people commenting, Carter saying, damn, Jourdan. And then it's like, Dojo says, Jourdan dropping knowledge.
Yeah.
And Carter's also just reinforcing, saying improvement is the elimination of weakness. And comments like that. So I'm people are relating or finding what we're talking about useful.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I don't think any of these are like hard concepts to understand. They're actually very basic. It's actually just doing it that's hard. So,
yeah. For sure.
But understanding that is like, okay, then just do it. It's really simple. It's really like brutal, but it's like, then you just do it. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. It is it really is, like the whole saying goes, the most difficult part is actually starting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even for people like Mozart, Dante, I'm pretty sure that he has a lot of like failures that we have never witnessed, in the public, or at least not recorded, which is why I think there's always a legend built around like very successful people, because we don't see, or their failures are not as acknowledged or at least publicized as much as successes are. And I think that leads to a misconception that successful people are people that never fail. And bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, agreed. It's weird. I don't know why. I know people like success stories, but like, come on, tell the full story. Like, tell the whole thing. It's people need to know that.
Yeah, maybe it's like the whole idea of like the Hollywoodization of stories. You know, like the whole Rocky success stories. You just bless you.
Sorry, man, it's allergies. Yeah.
Oh, hay fever.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Anyways,
sucks,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, a lot of those movies, I think they really romanticize. They do not put the emphasis on the struggle to actually break through. Like, it's not as easy as putting on, you know, IF or things like that, and actually just within a span of a few days,
yes,
you're there.
That's even that, right? Like, you said, like, Rocky is showing a good story. It's showing this underdog, and he's making it. Like, he's working hard, he's making it. But the thing is, it's not that easy. You don't just put on, like you said, you don't put on Eye of Tiger, we're the champion, and then fucking run 10 miles a day. You start punching meat, and all of a sudden you're back. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. I wish it was that easy, man.
Yeah. In a sense, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, let's face it, like, no, people want to just, you know, be part of that feel good journey, and it's not to watch failures, because it could hit way too close to home for some people, man. If there's a movie just about failures, and maybe at the end of the movie the guy still doesn't succeed,
I love it.
and that actually yeah, it's like my favorite genre of movie. It's like failure.
Yeah. I don't watch anything else, by the way.
Yeah, just makes me feel better about my life.
Yeah.
It's like those epic fail compilations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it is a strange thing though, and it actually this is a little bit of a tangent, but it actually makes me think about movies where, you know, typically if it's like a superhero movie, we're only focusing on the superhero because they're the focal point, the way that all the shots and all of the roles have been cast and the lines, they all put the emphasis on the hero, right?
Yep.
But then, if you think about it, there's some supporting cast members in the story that they might not end up being as important as the superhero, but their role can be quite critical, you know, like maybe the IT guy in the film, you know, that somehow just gets killed off by the villain later on. And I think a lot of us are just so focused on just focusing on the best of the best people that sometimes it can be important, I think, to look at the stories of more not necessarily regular people. It's like people that do well in life but are not necessarily like superhero figures,
right?
You know?
Right.
Because I think for most people, those are the kinds of stories that we relate to the most, and maybe even can be a good reminder for us that, you know, not all of us are gonna be the best of the best, but that can be okay as well.
That is okay. Well, that's a hard truth, man. But it's
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what it would be if we live in a world where everyone's like really, you know, you're good. Everyone's good. How is that even possible?
Yeah.
You know? Like, whatever you do, whatever you do, yeah, we're all good. We're all really good at it. It's like, what? That's not how it works.
Yeah, I mean, the word best means that, you know, you are better than someone.
Yes, there's a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy to someone's better than you or someone's worse than you. Yeah.
It's a really tough pill to swallow, man, and something that I've been trying to internalize more lately, that, you know, I might not be the most technically skilled artist, but, you know, there's still a life that I think in a certain combination that will give me my own, what do you call it? My own brand, or at least my own success. You know, I don't want to follow, I guess, be successful necessarily in the same path that someone else has carved. Like, I want to try and carve my own.
Yeah, for sure. That's you're gonna.
So
Yeah, it's almost like if you're gonna chase after like being the best at this other thing that someone else is already the best at, then that's possible. But you can also just make it up. You can make up your own shit.
Yeah. And for me, personally speaking, it is actually is to help out, the local industry, the Indonesian industry, because I was born there and I have a passion for the people there.
Right.
Like shout outs to all of the people that are still watching. I think it's just Karda, maybe. But yeah, I love all of those people in the community, man.
Yeah.
And I think because the industry hasn't grown there much, it gives me that special opportunity to do something that hasn't been done.
Yep. Wait, so is it just one person now?
No. I mean, in the chat, you mean? There's 17 people.
Oh, what the fuck? Dude.
There's more people
so
than
the
before.
problem with this stream is obviously Ken.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Because Ken left and we got more viewers. So I'm a very logical person, right? I'm basing this comment based on stats.
Yeah, very well thought out stats.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do now.
Sorry, Ken.
Is there any other questions?
Oh yeah, yes there is. I'm gonna get around to it.
Man.
There's some less serious ones.
Oh, anything. Yeah.
One of the questions to you is that question to Swang from Bima. What's the best and worst joke that you got?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. Nah, not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. I can't. We live in a sensitive world, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. If we ever get to meet in real life, Bima, right?
Yeah.
If we ever get to meet in real life, Bima, at like convention or something, please say hi, and I'm gonna tell you my best and my worst.
And he'll record
I would. No recording. I'm just gonna tell you. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but that would be super awesome if we if we have that, opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
One day, maybe to have you go even like a Southeast Asia kind of tour, because the industry is just not so developed here, and maybe especially Indonesia.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Got your back.
Nice, man. I love it. Someone's got my back. That's awesome.
And Bima says, "Yeah, let's meet in Bali in August."
Ooh, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I think he saw your Instagram thing.
Oh yeah. Damn it. That's what I get for putting it like that.
Yeah, you'll just have people following you around.
Yeah. No, you guys will never find me because I'm obviously in a 7-star resort, locked in by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bima also does his own podcast as well, and it's focused quite a bit around the local industry, interviewing local artists. So what he's doing is really cool as well, actually.
Okay. Well, do you want to say the name?
Oh yeah, sure. It's called Mantis Supergiant.
Cool. All right,
and
check it out.
It abbreviates to MSG. So one cool hashtag that he does is #dose of MSG whenever he, posts something.
Dude, I love MSG. Give me some of that MSG.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like lifeblood for us Asians. MSG, dude.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I'll type it up in the chat actually, for everyone to see.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man, to see Indonesian artists, and you guys are the community is very connected, and you guys support each other. I think in a way it's actually much better than Vancouver artists. We don't have too much we have these meetups and stuff once in a while, but that's about it.
Do you attend them often?
I've attended the past 2 or 3. Yeah, but usually it's at a bar and you're just drinking and talking. It's not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So when was the last time you went to one of them?
How was it?
No, when?
When was it?
When and how?
I think it was February. It was okay. It was it was exactly what you expect from an art meetup, right? And then I think on that night it was a coincidence, but there was a hockey game and there was some kind of, I think it's a rugby game or something that was on the bar, so it was so packed, and it was this is terrible. It's a terrible experience.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's okay. All good. But yeah, man, like it's awesome. Like that's the way to do it too. Like that's the way to do it is to you build a community of like-minded individuals and have some fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. So here's an interesting question that I'm always curious to ask, like, I guess artists that have a bigger following, is that do you have people like recognizing you at these meetups and like people swarming you for questions or whatever?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty disappointed. Like,
I mean, that's the only reason you go to these meetups, right? It's just to inflate your ego.
yeah, well, there's other things too, but I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, about that bad joke, I can't say. You get a glimpse of that. But no, at these meetups, I think here's the thing, man. Our local community is very small. Just like Indonesia, I'm pretty sure like Indonesia community, our community is pretty compact. Like everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you already know each other, you're not gonna go and be like, "Oh man, like how'd you do that? How'd you do that?" You'll be like, "Oh hey man, nice to see you again. How are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like it's never gonna be like, "Oh, that is awesome." It's not gonna be like a starstruck experience.
That's true. Right? I mean, I guess there's some people that are like that, but not too often.
If anyone would have asked like, "Oh, how do you do that?" or "That piece is cool," like they probably would have already just messaged me on Instagram or something locally. Yeah, and then. But yeah, one thing I really want to do this year. I'm not sure. Something you might have seen it on my Instagram. But
yeah, classes.
Yeah, there's classes, and I want to do like a live workshop as well. And
that's dope.
Yeah, let's hope that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously to these most people listening, the Indonesians, none of your business.
Yeah.
None of your business.
Unless they buy a ticket and fly all the way.
If you fly all the way here, I'll just give you a free ticket, man. Like I'll give you a free ticket to this stuff. That's fine, dude. Like don't mark my word, but this is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna run the seats. Again, this is not a promise. This is what I want to do. The money that I'm paid for the workshop, we're gonna go to a bar. Like the people that attend, we're gonna go to a bar afterwards, and I'm gonna spend it all. We're just gonna have some fun. So.
Oh man, that's awesome! I thought you were gonna say something like, all this money that we're gonna get from a workshop, we're gonna donate it to charity.
Yeah, well, I could do that too, but nah.
Helping people out. With alcohol.
Yeah, you know what, man? If I donate like $1,000, if I donate $1,000, $800 goes to the fucking people who runs it anyways. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Might as well go into our liver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'll pay for the doctors, later on.
Yeah.
I'm
not getting paid that much for workshops. I don't think so, but I can pay for the alcohol for sure.
Oh, and to Justin as well, who's just joined us in the chat. The workshop will be in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Unless you guys have so obviously I'm not saying because I don't know anyone in other countries. Like the only places I can go to are Vancouver, LA, and Seattle because I actually know artists there. So if you guys Indonesia, you guys have a workshop or a convention, and you guys want like a demo or a speaker, like hit me up, man. I'm willing to attend, and the money doesn't really matter. Pay or no pay doesn't really matter that much.
And Justin is from America.
Oh, what's up, man? What's up?
So yeah, maybe. So he might take you up on that offer.
Cool, dude. Well, if he's in the U.S., he probably has a lot of conventions to go to already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Do you get?
Ain't got no swang.
Do you? do you get recognized ever? Like you go to like an Indonesia meetup. Do you get?
No. I'm not a celebrity by any means, dude.
No.
I mean, the thing is like, because the community is so tightly knit that I guess a lot of the people that I know now, we've met like a few years back.
Right.
So yeah, and there's other people that I think are far more recognizable in terms of like the Indonesian art community. So nah, I'm definitely not one of them, I think.
Right.
But if that happens, I'll be that'll be quite the experience. I think I'll be very flattered.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good experience, and you probably get used to it after a while. Ah, fuck this shit. Another person I want to say hi. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
You keep a stack of your autograph in your pocket.
Yeah. I'll just hand them out to them. Yeah. Oh, and Justin says like Lightbox is the next one.
Yeah.
And they need more concept artists.
Well,
so
Justin, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do a demo there. So.
Oh, you're gonna be? Oh, you will be, right?
Yes.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I'll say this: it's like 85% sure. 85% sure. I'll be there. Like if nothing comes up, I'll be there.
Yeah. And he says, "Hey, I'll meet you there then, lol."
Cool, man. Nice.
Yeah, that'll be. Oh man, damn it! You guys just live so close. Like even for me, like I'm closer now in the UK, but it's still like far away.
Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, I'm glad we're building some kind of community going on here. It's awesome.
Yeah. And let me read a few more comments. There's quite a few from Karta, ranging from meet up with Sakimi Steve. I want to meet up with you more, Swang.
You want to? Who said that? Karta said that.
Yeah.
He wants to meet up with me more than he wants to meet up with Sakimi-chan.
No, he was calling you Sakimi Steve.
Sakimi Steve, Karta, man, don't do that, man. Come on, man. Don't do that.
But that's all that you do, man. Not safe for work fan art.
Oh shit. Throwing shade my way. I've never done those shit before. Come on.
It's your alternate account. I know it.
Yeah. That's why I'm so freaking rich that I can afford a room without window, right? Because I'm actually Sakimi-chan, guys. I'm actually Sakimi-chan. Okay.
Oh.
The secret is out.
Oh god.
I make bank, and I make other people think that I'm a girl, and I draw NSFW stuff.
Damn, you heard it here, Paul.
We're spreading rumors.
Fake
news. Oh god, good times.
Yeah,
dude, Sakimi-chan's a beast. She's a beast, man. So to be honest, like at first I was like, oh, okay, she just does fan art, but then the more I see, I'm like, shit, man, I can't do that. Damn,
dude,
good for you.
Like, she produces work on such a consistent basis, and it's high quality stuff. I mean, ignore the content, just in terms of the quality and the definitive style.
Yeah,
isn't that like the dream of artists, to be able to just develop a style that's recognizable and get paid thousands, tens and thousands,
and millions? I really hope she. I mean, she seems like she likes it, so that's good. But I also, like as an artist, I almost want to see her make her own thing sometimes as well. Just like, hey, design some characters, right? Because I know she's got this freaking skills and like technical skills at least.
That's how I got into her art in the first place. Like, the early Deviant art days, she was doing a lot of original art. She's got some nice design sense about her pieces as well, man.
Yeah, it's like she's so big now that I don't even think she really has to do any like particular topics, like a fan art or whatever. You can just do whatever and people like it because she's good.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
All right, any more stupid comments from Karta? No, right? Good.
Swang con.
Yeah, I wish one day. I wish.
And he said gonna spread it on Reddit.
Spread it on Reddit. Yeah. Hashtag spread it on Reddit, guys.
And one of my friends as well from the Indonesian art community, I guess relating to what we were talking about being recognized. Whenever we see lots of blitz and ladies screaming at a local convention, we know where Jourdan is.
Oh shit, Jourdan, you never told me. But hey, guys, Jordan's a married man. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Hey, but I'm single.
You just want ladies to be throwing their panties at you at like art conventions.
Yeah, let's put it this way, man. Nah, not gonna happen. Art? Nah.
Rock stars. We'd like to think we're rock stars, but we're just.
I was talking with some coworkers of mine, and they're a bit older. They're in their mid-30s, and they're like, there was actually once upon a time there was a period where concept artists were almost like a rock star, and that's almost like at the beginning stage of it. where there's like those massive black guys, and then there's Feng Zhu. Like they were almost treating themselves as if they're a rock star.
Yeah, but people follow along with it. That's the thing.
That's the problem, because then now you want to go to FZD and you be like, I'm gonna be a fucking rock star, and then you come out, you're like, oh fuck, I'm not a rock star, and I'm getting paid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine though. I'll be honest. Like, if to be in that kind of position where people recognize you in public.
Yeah. No way, man. No. I mean, most artists never get there.
Yeah. I guess even a lot of the, you can say the rock stars of the art world, they're reclusive. I don't even know how Jamie Jones looks like.
Yeah, but like that, but he's super private. That's probably. I mean, you know what like Kim Jung Gi looks like, right? And then. Yeah. You know what like Carl. What's his name? Carl Kapinski. Yeah, you know what he looks like. You know what James Jean. You know what he looks like. Doug Chang. Like most guys are pretty open with it, but.
Some, but they're like the older guys, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess that's because they're old. As in, like, veterans, not old.
Yeah, they're experienced. You know what? They're wiser. They're wiser than us. You know what? I'm thinking too is like I bet some of these artists, like let's say Jamie Jones. You know what? The reason why he's so good is probably because he doesn't have all the social media shit. Like fuck this. So fuck this shit. I'm just gonna draw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're just blowing hot air.
Yeah. Like
onto.
He's like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't give a shit about following. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna do what I'd like to do.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
And a few more comments as well. So one more. Jourdan's got a cult dedicated to him.
Yeah.
Oh god, that would be horrible.
Dude, you're a cult leader? I didn't know that.
No. I'm gonna migrate to the Panama jungles and build my own colony.
Dude, okay. Invite me, okay? Just whoever that said that,
okay.
invite me.
Once it gets up and running, I will.
Yeah, that's my dream. Go ahead.
All right. And Justin says, like, and look at how Feng carries himself, and he says, like, I guess why all the other people are famous is because they're all personalities or like rock stars,
Yeah, you definitely have to, like, personality helps, man. Personality helps. And, once you start working in the real world too, you just gotta realize sometimes being a little bit of an ass can take you pretty far sometimes. And that's part of having a personality as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you say personalities, it always people take the positive connotation because personality can mean you're an absolute dick.
Yes, but hey, you're loud, right? You have your opinion. People.
Yeah.
When you speak, there's a voice. Like those are like with almost anything, you can say there's a good part to it, there's a good application to it, and there's a bad application to it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think it's not something to really stress about too much. I'm sure those guys didn't necessarily think too much about like how they're gonna behave.
Oh no, just
maybe I'm wrong. No,
I think just be yourself, right? If you're an ass, then just be an ass. If you're a rock star, then be a rock star, man. If you're not a rock star, don't pretend. That's
maybe. I guess it depends. There's some
unless your
people
name is Jourdan.
I think have to. Exactly. I'm always a rock star wherever I
he's
go.
a wannabe.
Yeah. But it's kind of true. You sometimes have to put on a little bit of a, like Justin says here, putting on a show. And I think sometimes in a way, in a professional setting, you have to put on a different face, persona. And in the way in this podcast, there's some moments, I'll be honest, like maybe I haven't had the best day, but I know I have to come in the podcast and still put on a show,
I see.
to be as entertaining as I can be. And if I give myself the advice of just be myself, I might be like just a miserable, mopey person on stream, and I don't want that,
Hey, we can turn this into a public therapy session if you want, man. I can help you.
I'm good.
Man. Okay, that's good. That's good, man. Keep on telling yourself that, man.
Until I just like break.
Until you break down, Steve. We gotta go on stream. Have a call right now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
midnight, or it's like past midnight
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Not again, Jourdan.
You breaking down again? Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Too bad I can't talk to Ken because he doesn't get viewers.
Damn. Sorry, Ken.
Ken, that's a problem, man. When we become closer, you're gonna get a lot of shit from me. That's just how it works. Ugh. But I gotta say, guys, this is me like all the time. So I'm not a one. I don't pretend.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a very good thing. That's a very good thing until I get a letter from HR. Then that's a bad thing.
Yeah. And Marco says top 10 anime betrayals.
Oh god.
That is true.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna read out a few more comments
Sure,
as well.
man.
Teas also says, come to some UK convention, Swang.
Ooh.
I'll get my girlfriends from our game art school and we can be your fan club.
You get your girlfriends,
Oh.
like not girlfriend, right? But like
friends
female
that are
friends, right?
girls.
All
Yeah.
right, send me pictures and then we'll talk about it, right? No, I'm just kidding. What are is it Industrial Workshop that's in UK?
Not happening this year.
Oh, how
Otherwise,
come?
that would have been great.
How come?
The organizers want a break.
Oh, okay, fair enough. There's actually a lot of event going on, especially with Lightbox, right? I mean, crazy.
Yeah, that's why, dude. But it's still in the States.
Yeah. Even
Damn it.
I mean, even THU, it's like, hey guys, like they're still trying to sell their tickets. I remember when the year I went, they sold out in a few days. So
crazy.
it's getting hard out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'll be honest, I personally would prefer a convention that's a little bit smaller, just because I think it just feels more intimate. When you have so many people, sometimes you're spoiled by the choice that you want to spend time with friends, but then you're missing out on networking opportunities.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, that was my. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
No, go. No, that was my thing with Lightbox. I think they have like hundreds of artists going. I'm like, damn, dude, you ever get to say hi with someone once and you almost like never see them again afterwards.
Yeah. And I'd rather, if I could have it my way, I'd just rather connect with one or two artists
Right.
that I admire, but have quality conversations than like 100 that I only say, hey, I love your work, bye.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, so are there any UK convention going on this year at all?
I'm not sure, man. Taya, do you know of any? I mean, I can't, or Marco, nothing. Or yeah, and also, yeah, quite a few UK people actually on the chat. So if any of you guys know of any, yeah, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, we can always set something up, and I'd love to, man. Like, I think sitting in an office all day gets boring really quick. So
Yeah. No, those kinds of events are great, man.
Dude.
Like,
fun, good times, just pure good times.
exactly. And no, the last few times I've been to industry workshops, some of the best times I've had in my career so far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Industrial Workshop too. I think they had like they always get some crazy people that never shows up at other ones.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. That's why I think it's like I haven't been to many, but it's like small, but also small and intimate. There's like free flow of beer at night as well.
Oh
too.
shit. UK people love to drink. That's how I know.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm getting a little bit brought into that. Because Marco and I actually went out for a few drinks just now.
Oh shit, nice.
Before the podcast.
So you fucking you know what? That's how I do it sometimes, man. I just take a shot of whiskey and I just go out, or
Yeah.
I'll before I record. Like a couple of days ago, I'm not sure I've told you guys. A couple of days ago, before I was gonna record my class, I'm like, fuck this, too long. I can't get through it. I'm gonna do a shot of whiskey before I record.
To be fair, guys, to everyone listening, this is not a regular thing. I'm not an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic, and if you're underage, in fact, if you're under 25, highly recommend don't get too much into it. But once you've experienced life a little bit, sometimes you need some substances to get you through the day. So
What are you telling them, Steve?
I'm telling them that psychedelic is the magic of life, man. I'm just kidding. Man. Don't do whatever you want, man. Do whatever. Just be responsible, okay, guys? Be responsible.
Yeah. Oh, and Taya also asked me, what's my favorite beer brand? I guess if we're on the topic of drinking. And I would say one of my favorite beers that I've had so far was when I went to Lithuania. It's like locally brewed beer.
Yeah.
And it was just so good. Like, when I had a Guinness when I first moved to UK, I thought like, wow, this is actually nice.
Right.
Like I can see why people like drinking.
You weren't a beer person before that?
No,
I see.
no, I really wasn't at all. I thought it just smelled like piss, really.
Right, right.
I guess maybe it's just I've had like Asian beer, which I don't like. I don't like bintang. Bintang, I think, kind of sucks.
Do you like those Japanese ones?
I like Asahi.
Okay.
No, wait, Kirin or Asahi, I think. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's good.
Yeah.
But I tend to be more of a, what do you call it? What's Guinness? Lager? Not lager, sorry.
Yeah, it's got that dark, that... Oh,
God, I forgot the word for it.
yeah, we suck, huh?
Oh man, yeah, it just shows how much I drink. A stout, thank you, people. Stout. It's
I like how
stout.
freaking responsive your chat is, man. Jesus.
I know it's great. Like
It's
you guys
amazing.
in the chat, you know, you
Dude.
guys are amazing. Like it's actually making the chill session, feel a lot more chill. You know.
Yeah, it's actually the only
I
reason why we're still going. Otherwise, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing, Ken? I'm not Ken, Jordan.
Yeah.
Beers.
Yeah.
Man, you know, you guys, when I went to Hawaii a couple years ago, there was this cream ale they had. I mean, okay, whatever, man. You guys call me a bitch, but it's like cream soda with beer. That shit, I still think about it sometimes. It's good stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I don't care, man. Look, if I'm gonna be putting something into my body, might as well be something good, you know.
Oh man, you can go a lot of places with that one. Okay.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not. But yeah, I don't mind taking, like, you can say, like, the girly drinks.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever, man.
Sure.
If it tastes good, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And about the UK conventions as well, there's like Vertex next year, and then there's EGX Resd, and then EGX is more towards game dev. Though.
EGX.
So Vertex would be one of them, I think.
EGX Stress. Okay, I have them.
Yeah, I think there were a few ILM guys there too, like even Yama. So I guess it's like worth going.
Cool.
And Marco did a demo there like this year, so that's cool.
Sick.
That's cool.
Dude, that's awesome. Holy shit, man. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. I'll probably, never hurt to send some emails and see if you can make anything happen. So I'll do just
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cross the pond, man.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Fucking take the shot and hopefully you make it. That's the way of doing it. Yeah. Have we transitioned into the there's never a serious question anymore phase?
I think so.
God.
I don't mind.
We've
man.
crossed that barrier, huh?
Until someone asks a serious question. I mean, look. I mean, it's like, well, what's a good analogy for it? No, I don't. I don't have one. I'm out of analogies this time.
It's all good.
I was gonna say, like, it's like eating a buffet. You know, you can't always eat like the heavy stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, that's lousy analogy.
Nice try, man. Maybe you shouldn't have drank that beer.
Yeah, dude. I'm like slurring my speech, and then when I edit it later, and I realize that nothing coming out of my mouth has been coherent.
Yeah. Wait, so you and Marco work together?
Yeah.
I see. Cool.
And we are also batchmates, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I think you told me that, and so I was like, oh, that's how you know each other. But then, like, I didn't know you guys are actually like working together right now.
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh, that's cool. Working with your friends, that must be
man.
interesting. Because I've always wanted to do that, but then obviously I'm in Canada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't you have anyone?
No, obviously, like I mean, like my school friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
No
friends with
one in
local
Canada?
artists.
Let's see. And the funny thing as well, Marco didn't tell me there was an opening, and I just applied by myself.
Oh shit! So, come on, Marco. We all know you didn't want. We all know you didn't want him there.
Exactly.
I know how this thing goes, man. Come on, guys are always competitive and like, you can't get the job I have.
I mean, does anyone want me where they work, anyways?
Exactly, man.
That's the better question, I think.
Yeah, man. That's
Let's be honest.
Ken. I mean, Jordan. I keep on calling you Ken for some reason. What the fuck, Jordan? It's good to be honest with yourself, okay? And
Yeah.
and self-reflect.
Nah, man. It's too painful to look inside.
I can help you. I can break you down right now on stream.
I mean, look at the way that I'm sitting as well. I'm like reclining in my chair.
Oh, dude, you're gone. You're done.
I'm just really chill. Really chill.
That's good. You know what, sometimes I look at people who are chill, right? And I was like, you know what, man? I'm not only jealous, but I aspire to be that chill sometimes. Because sometimes I think being chill is actually a thing that some people can't do.
And what, you consider yourself to be one of those people?
I consider myself to be, my mind is thinking about what I want to do next type of people.
Right.
So I guess hence the whiskey and alcohol, but
yeah,
in general, man, it's weird. Like I've definitely gotten like complaints, I guess you could call complaints, from my friends and stuff. It's like, dude, come on, it's okay. You know, it's okay. Just chill out, relax. You know, go watch a movie, man, or do something.
Yeah. Hey, this is something we can transition into another conversation. So what do you do for leisure outside of work?
Kind of like hobbies and shit.
Yeah. What do you do to kind of unwind or just enjoy yourself, you know, when you're not working?
So I actually, sad to say, but a lot of it is work related, or at least personal work, art related. But then I definitely, recently I've been really into doing body weight exercises. Those have been fun.
Calisthenics.
Yes, yeah, but not like as hardcore as those real guys doing it. But because I've been doing like gym and weight training for a while, and then, you know, I get to a point where you're like, if I don't push harder or adjust my diet, that's it. This is like plateaued. And then, but the thing is, when I'm doing those bodyweight stuff, I'm not getting bigger, but I definitely feel myself getting way stronger. And that's a fun feeling. That's a really fun feeling.
Right.
Yeah. So I've been doing that quite a bit, and
yeah. I've been seeing you doing those muscle ups.
yeah, man, I'm gonna hit 10. I'm gonna hit 10 next month. I guarantee it. I have to. And then, yeah, I like watching movies and stuff. If there's good ones on, I'll go watch a movie. I'll fucking go watch a movie by myself sometimes if I have to. Yeah.
Wait, so also, well, I think I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the calisthenic stuff. So
Sure.
do you do it at the gym at your place? They have all those bars.
So there's a gym at Microsoft, and there's a gym at my apartment. The one,
which one is the one you record?
that one is the one at Microsoft.
Oh,
And-
okay. If that was at your apartment, it's like, wow.
Well, okay, I told you, man, I make money. Okay, Jordan. No, I don't.
Show me the gym.
The gym in my place, it's the space is huge. Okay, but they only put like 4 things in there. So you got this giant space and 4 things, and then okay, whatever. But you can, you know, in my home gym, you can still do things like pull-ups and stuff that will supplement your calisthenics afterwards, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you should get a bar for home. I have it.
I have it on my door right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I have a bar right there. But I don't want to crank it too hard at home because I don't own this place. I rent it, right? So
Right.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, man? What do you do for fun other than drinking beer?
You make it sound like I do it regularly.
Yeah, I'm trying to fake news you.
yeah, trying to build up that image for me.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be honest, like I'm quite similar to you where I don't do much outside of art, like in terms of like for fun.
Right.
When I'm not doing my personal work, I'm thinking about the podcast.
Right.
And then if I'm not doing any work, usually I'm like talking to people about, you know, I guess art as well. Or even like this, you know, chatting with friends. I really do consider that to be a favorite pastime of mine. It's
Right.
one of the things that I enjoy a lot, and I find it to be fun and also rewarding because usually we can get into good conversations, learn something from it as well.
Well, yeah, 100%. And obviously, you spend majority of the time thinking about your wife, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
See, I just saved you there. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about what I do just by myself, but other than that, I go out with my wife.
Yeah.
For, yeah, usually we just go out to eat or cook together. That's something we both.
Oh yeah,
really like
you
doing.
how's your Korean barbecue, man?
Oh, it was great.
Fuck, that looked awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. I didn't take too many pictures, but oh man, just the fact that it's so much cheaper.
Dude,
that's
how you know it's good, when you didn't take pictures.
Yeah. But my friend took a couple, so once I get some, I think I'll post it on my Instagram.
Nice.
Just to make myself look more like I have a better life than I actually do.
That's all we do, hey?
Yeah.
That's all we do. Look at me. Oh, look at me. My name is Steve, and I do muscle ups, and then I'm like posting that from my couch. That beer was so good. I'm gonna post this. People think that I'm fucking working out all the time.
Yeah.
That's social media for you, right there.
I should just do a boomerang of me doing a pull up and then have like a caption at the bottom. Finally hit 100 pull ups.
Finally hit 100. Oh, you guys are still like, wait, what? You're trying to do 10? Come on.
Yeah, get on my level.
Yeah, get on my level.
Hashtag get on my level.
Yeah, man. This actually.
No one would know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I would say no one would know if I really did it or not.
I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna tag you.
Shit.
I'm gonna call you out, dude.
Yeah.
We live in a call-out culture.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, like that whole
video.
thing about what you just said about like not having too much to do like other than art. I think that part is very, very important.
Sad.
It's sad. Yes, it's sad. It's very sad. I know. I admit it. It's very sad. But at the same time, I remember I forgot who asked the question about procrastination.
Oh yeah,
and
Muhammad earlier. Yeah.
Yes, but that's technically it, man. It's like when you don't have much else going on and art is the only option, then you tend to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, trust me, if I was invited to a bar or a party every night, I might slip. I might just slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even so this week was ridiculous for me.
Yeah, tell us, man.
Yeah, so what's funny is that so last Saturday we did that podcast, right? And I was with bullshitting about fucking goals and time management for like 2.5 hours. And then Monday it was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this grad show at this university I used to teach at. And then afterwards, let's go for a drink. So that night we drank until like 12:30, the students and stuff and other teachers. And then they're like, actually our real party is tomorrow, so we'll go into a bar, you should come again. And then I went out, had fun, went home, passed on my couch. I had work the next morning too. So then and then freaking I was thinking to myself while I was like hungover, I was like, shit, if I don't get back into my work tonight, if I don't do a personal work tonight, which is what I did with the Blade Runner piece. Yeah. Because if I don't get into it tonight, I felt myself mentally slipping back into, I really want to go out and have a lot of fun right now. Just 2 days. I've been trying to build up this work habit for years, and just 2 days made me slip my mental game.
I think that might be why we're both quite obsessive. It's because we know how fragile the balance is. Actually. Yeah. The reason. I'm just gonna interject a little bit with my own personal reasoning why, so you can actually corroborate it or maybe disagree with it.
Sure.
But the reason why I do it is because I know how easy it is for me to slip back into a mode where I'm not productive. Yeah. Or that, I get so addicted maybe to games. That was one of my big addictions back then. And as a result, I don't even give myself that opportunity to be distracted. And I think also to another extent is that, it's also, it's because a lot of the things that I do outside of focusing on my career and self-improvement, it just doesn't bring me as much satisfaction anymore, I guess. But when it comes to going out with friends, that's difficult, man, because, even just chatting with friends, having a good time, I still consider relationships to be a high priority in my, what I value in life. Yes. So that's something that's easy for me to slip in.
Yeah, and it has to be, because you don't want to become this, I don't want to tell anyone how to live your life, but you don't want to become this hermit that just never sees anyone and you're this master artist, but then, what's the point?
Yeah, right, and we are social creatures, man.
Yeah, we're social creatures, and then share your thoughts, share your stories, laugh, have some fun. Yeah. But the thing is, like, we all know people, and in fact, I would say most people in this world that I've met, they're almost living in that mode, right? They're instead of building the habit of discipline, they built the habit of I'm having this level of fun every day, all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that for now, but I do think that it will backfire, in the future. Because everything you do have consequences either now or in the future, right? And it could be good or it could be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those words where it seems to have a negative connotation.
Yes. Yeah. Consequences is just it's not good or bad. It just is. Yeah. And then, of course, man, if some people can freaking have fun all their life and they're always living it to the fucking fullest, and then they're still really successful at the end, and they're still having fun, damn, good for you. I'm sure there's a very, very minority of people out there like that. But if you could do it, man, good for you. Jealous. Yeah.
And I think another thing for me as well, I've also tasted how it feels like to actually not have anything going on in my life. And I think because I've hit what at that point was my rock bottom,
right?
I think I've resolved it to myself. I would never go back to that place.
Yeah.
Even the pain of going through the discipline that I do doesn't compare to what I went through back then.
Right. Yeah. Dark. Those dark times, man.
Yeah. And that's why, like, maybe at the moment I wish I could have gotten out of it, but now that I'm out of it, I wouldn't take it back, man.
Yep.
Because it shaped me to become the person I am today, and why I work as hard as I do is because it's in a way to be always one step ahead of my demons,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why it feels so frantic sometimes, and why even not achieving some of my goals or sticking to a schedule I've intended for myself, I can be very harsh on myself to the point that it can really ruin my mood, where someone might say, it's not a big deal, man. You just, you're still waking up early enough at like 6:30, you don't have to wake up at 6. But then I'd be like, well, it's because I haven't been disciplined enough to tell myself to go to sleep earlier, for example.
Yeah, it's not the literal time. It's a promise you made to yourself that you're going to do it and you didn't. So if you told yourself, I'm going to work at 6:30 and you work at 7, it would be the same thing. You'd be like, fuck, should have woke up at 6:30. That's all it is. You feel your discipline slipping, and you're like, this is not who I want to be.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's like that ego thing too. Like you might have this image in your head where, I'm this punctual person. I'm disciplined.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But if the result in your life doesn't show, that's when your ego gets deflated quite a bit.
Yeah, and what you're saying about chaos, is basically the reality not aligning with your expectations.
100%. Yeah, 100%, man. If you can turn off expectation, like there's a button in your brain, turn off expectation, you'd be a happy person. Be a really happy person.
And in a way, that's something that can be trained as well, I think. But I do believe that, the level of practice we put in rises up to the level of our expectations.
Yeah.
If we don't expect much from ourselves. That's one thing I've kind of realized actually recently, is that when I've been telling myself that, I'm just going to go through life, take it as it comes, just enjoy it day by day.
Right.
I've noticed that, I've still been keeping up my schedule, but I certainly haven't been pushing myself to do more because, I had no bar that I wanted to reach for.
Right.
But recently, and inspired by the podcast we had last week, I've told myself actually that I want to aim for something more. I want to be one of the best at something, or I want to be amazing at this. And after doing that, I've noticed that, sure, my anxiety came back, but I've definitely been taking more actions to actually change my situation.
Right.
To up the intensity again,
Yep. No, it's that's good, man. I'm glad it helped someone. Yay.
Yeah, it's helped a lot of people, I'm sure, man.
Yeah.
Because, I've had coworkers telling me it's inspirational, and that it really helped them to think about.
It's awesome, man. That's all.
Think things, man.
That's why we do it, though. That's the only incentive to do those kind of things, because we definitely don't get paid, not yet.
Yeah.
So if
exactly, dude.
Adobe Wacom, if you guys want like
Yeah.
good shit, man, come on, throw it my way,
Yeah.
man. Email me. Slide into my DM.
Cool. Yeah. Which does actually make me wonder, like, when that first sponsorship would come in.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I think it's gonna take a while. Our podcast, man. I don't think we get too much stuff going on.
Yeah, that's why, and I think it goes back to the whole idea of motivations. For me, the reason why I enjoy doing this podcast, or why I want to do it, is not because of the money or anything of that. It's just the thought that, if I have these kinds of discussions with my friends and we find it to be beneficial, surely there must be someone out there that can get something out of it,
Yeah, for sure. That's guaranteed.
Yeah. Oh man. I guess I'm done with the simple line work. It's on to move on to the colors.
Nice.
Ooh, this is always the intimidating part for me.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Do something about it, right?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I've been doing quite a few studies. It's just bridging that gap,
Yeah.
from actually theory into practice.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Did anybody after like last week's podcast, was there any like feedback or I don't want to say it's negative comments, but it's just like things that we would do better?
Oh no, honestly, dude, like I really tried to dig deep for those kinds of questions, but no one really had anything negative to say.
Okay, that's good. Well, it's not
The
good,
closest, the closest thing probably was just like the intro was a bit rough, but that's kind of like, I guess the difficult part. Sometimes it's like getting the ball rolling.
Right.
But yeah, no, nothing scathing, or anything like that. So I'm glad for that.
Cool, man.
It at least in the sense that I'm glad, because it means that we're making improvements. Because for the previous few podcasts, people had something to say.
Really? Like what? Like, is it usually technical stuff like audio sucks or?
Yeah, of course that, but also just the energy level. Like Ken and I sounded so sleepy back then and bored.
I see.
So we're really making an effort to bring back like some of that energy, actually.
Well, if you want energy, man, give me a call, guys. Give me a call.
Yeah,
Some fucking
exactly.
energy to your life.
It's good. G fuel.
The Swang fuel, man.
Swang.
Yeah. Nah, don't.
Swang juice.
No,
That's starting to sound gross.
we're starting to get those sponsorship deal. Like Adobe was in the middle of writing an email until they just heard that part. They're like, oh, we can't just sponsor this guy. Fuck.
Are you sure you want to delete this draft?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, right now I'm also working on. I mean, back to calisthenics thing. Is that one thing that I'm actually aiming for right now personally is a 1-arm pull-up.
Yeah. How do you train that?
There's quite a few ways. Like it's a lot to do with asymmetrical kind of training. So, one thing I've been doing is that reducing the amount of fingers on one hand.
Oh, when you're pulling up, so like 2 fingers, but two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, two-handed, but reducing the amount. And another thing that I've been seeing as well is that you can actually use a towel. So you grip you drape it over the bar, you hold it,
right,
and then you do pull-ups that way. And I guess the more advanced you are, the lower you do your grip to the point that you can just let go.
Sure. Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually love how I think a lot of artists are actually into this kind of stuff, like working out and stuff, which is good, man. We sit around way too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think everyone on the team, on the concept team at Microsoft, everybody goes to the gym, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually have a theory about it. Not theory, but observation. Is that I tend to find that people that tend to be more active are either that they were active from a young age, but people that kind of get into it are like people that are interested in the whole concept of like self-improvement, like Mache, Ash Thorpe,
Yeah.
And then, so my thoughts is that people get into working out because to them it's just an extension of self-improvement.
Yeah.
outside of just their craft.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, there's the health implications as well.
Yeah, and you look better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So then-
it helps with so many things.
Yeah,
Okay, go on.
And also, like, here's the thing, man. Everything carries each other. So let's say you're having a bad art day, but you go to the gym, you do a good workout, and then your confidence level goes back up, right? Like, oh, you're not as beaten by having a bad day painting or at work anymore, and it helps. It helps each other, and it's really really important, man. It keeps your mind sharp as well. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And less pains. Like, I don't encounter some of those pains that a lot of people do, you know.
Yeah. You mean like chronic
wrist
pain?
pain.
Oh, those ones. Okay.
Yeah, wrist pain.
Yeah.
Back pains? Yeah, no. But I will say though, I think I still need to watch out for that. Maybe work out my back a bit more too.
Right.
It's a bit more difficult at home outside of doing like the Supermans, you know.
Yep.
That's like one of the only things I can think about.
Yep.
That's kind of boring though.
It's super fucking boring.
Yeah. Like, it's better if you have a bench and you're kind of like suspended. You can go way down and then maybe have a plate above your head.
Yeah.
But man, at home, like when you're on the floor, I feel like an idiot sometimes.
Oh no.
I can't imagine like how it would look like for someone else. It's like I'm a flopping fish, you know.
Yeah. You're barely moving. It's probably the worst looking exercise out there.
Yeah. No, there's some exercise that you just wouldn't perform at the gym.
No.
I mean, they're effective, but they look dumb.
Yeah, they look dumb. And gym is all about looks, not about health.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck health.
Yeah.
Well, so this podcast is obviously extremely multidimensional, right? We get into just about everything.
We tried to.
Yeah, it's good, dude. I mean, like there might be like one person listening and be like, "Oh, I like to work out. Oh, now I just got some information."
Yeah. Oh, we have another person that also works out in the chat too. So Taya also says, I love running and doing Stairmaster, especially because in my gym, we have TV screens on them and I can watch tutorials and podcasts while working out.
Okay.
Damn.
So, what's the person's name?
Taya.
Is that a girl?
Yes.
How about this? I'll send you a free copy of my class when you're done. Oh, when I'm done with the class, I'll send you a free copy of it. But then you have to send me a video of you on a Stairmaster watching my tutorial on the screen. And if you don't do that, you have to pay me. You have to pay me the money for the class. But if you do that, it's free.
Wow. Hey, dude, I'd join a gym to get on a Stairmaster.
Hey, Jourdan, nobody wants to fucking look at you on a Stairmaster.
Sure they do. I mean, what about my cult, my fan club?
You know what? I've never been a cult, and I'm not a cult master, so I don't know. You know what? You're right. You're better than me on this. I don't have a cult.
Dude, they wouldn't mind me being on the Stairmaster all day.
Oh shit, man! Next time on the stream, we should just all be in a gym. We'll just all be on a Stairmaster, just talking the same stuff.
And then there'll be someone that complains that, oh, why is that guy recording? You know.
Yeah, whatever, man. Jealous. You're just jealous.
Oh no, I don't want to be one of those Twitch streamers.
That goes and gets kicked out. Don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll just be doing exclusively like squats.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not.
And then I like bend forward towards the camera, squeezing my chest together.
Let's not do that. Well, you know what? It'll work if we're actually beautiful people, but obviously we're hideous people, so it's not gonna work for us, Jourdan. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, there's a reason why like no one ever sees my bottom half during the podcast.
Same.
Yeah. We're actually like, we have no legs.
No legs, man. There's no legs. It's just a stick, actually. It's just one stick.
Yeah.
It's just one stick, and yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I live in Vancouver. This is like the North Hollywood. If I was anything, I would have been in a movie by now. But obviously, I'm not. So,
weren't you in one though? Like, didn't you like have an extra role or something?
Yeah, but that was like motion capture shit. So it's not like really.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a 3D version of me, but it's not me. Yeah.
Should 3D print that.
3D print myself.
Yeah.
My own statue. Just the most
Yeah.
self-obsessed person.
Yeah. Let's see if there
Dude,
quite a few comments.
the viewership going strong, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I love it,
I mean,
guys.
don't you guys have something better to do with your time than
Clearly-
listen to us?
Clearly not. I'm sorry, guys, but clearly not.
Maybe they just left it on, as like ASMR for them to sleep.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're singing them a lullaby or something then.
Oh, and Marco asked actually, whoa, what was that for? The mocap, that is.
It's for... Let me just Google it real quick. I don't remember the name anymore. Oat Studios. Oh, okay. So if you go to the Oat Studios YouTube page, right, there is a short called Pretoria.
Oh, so that's where you can watch it. I've been actually wanting to ask you where we can find the short.
Yeah, it's Pretoria. I'm not sure if I'm actually in that one. They may have deleted the footage, but that was what it was for. It was.
Yeah, I mean, as they should have.
I don't know about that, man. I think if they kept me in there, yeah, easily 10 million view. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Didn't want you to steal the show, that's why.
Yeah, you know what? They don't like Asians in movies. I said
it. Yeah, they can't. Hollywood's not ready, or the world's not ready for a strong lead Asian man.
No, we always have to be nerdy or like extremely rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hacker, or like the fucking crazy rich Asian. Did you see Crazy Rich Asian?
Oh, wait, let me refresh. Wait, I haven't watched it, but my wife was watching it on the plane.
Oh, okay, of course.
So
same. That's where I watched it.
I just watched. Huh?
That's where I watch it too, on the plane.
Oh right, yeah. But yeah, I was just watching it with the subtitles on.
Yeah.
But oh man, I thought it could have been a good movie actually, but the ending was like, ugh.
Predictable.
It's like one of those stupid, like, fairy tale endings,
It's a rom-com, man. What do you expect?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
it's like,
you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna criticize the movie, but what I want to say is, for those of you who's watched it, that's my lifestyle. Like it doesn't look like it from this stupid room I'm living in, but that's my lifestyle.
Man, even Carter predicted you would say that. He said crazy rich swang.
Yeah, that's right, man. Carter is always like, oh man, which fucking 3D printer should I buy? I don't know. I'm like, just buy both, man. Who gives a fuck?
Maybe you should give a house tour sometime.
No, man. Some things are better left in the imagination.
You want to see how rich you really are?
Yeah, you want to see how rich I am? This is my bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, this is my... Oh, you thought this was my living room? No, this is the room for my house, for my dog, man. This is my dog house, man. That's all I'm gonna show you guys.
Oh, and Marco has to leave, so he said, "Thanks for the stream. Have a good one."
Hey, cheers, Marco. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Like, I actually really do appreciate people that are tuning in right now.
I know.
Like,
what are we doing?
I know.
Yeah.
I guess it's. I mean, this conversation would have happened even without the stream anyway.
That's the thing. Like, if anyone tuned into the one from last week, we basically turned the stream off and talked for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really was no point to turn the stream off.
I think the next day we were also like chatting as well.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly stream friendly content, but it happened.
But that's kind of weird, right? We can talk about that for a little bit. Like, it's not like we're making like bad, not safe for work joke. It's just like there's certain things you can't say nowadays. Why can't you say those things nowadays?
Yeah.
The fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like more of the fact sometimes that. I mean, I do understand the idea that when people go on an art podcast, they don't want to hear about some issues, like very contentious issues.
Right. I don't know, man. It seems like your audience is pretty pretty open to anything.
That's so far.
Yeah, so far so
But
good.
I think there could be a limit.
We don't want to push it.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually didn't read this a while back, but K Tang also said that I noticed a lot of concept artists also like martial arts.
I have
Especially
I have a theory.
jujitsu.
I have a theory. Because a lot of concept artists sit in front of the computer for 10 to 12 hours,
Yeah.
right? And you eventually you run out of music to listen to, so you start listening to podcasts. And the biggest podcast currently is Joe Rogan, and he talks
Yeah.
about martial arts. He has martial artists on all the freaking time.
Yeah, he has that MMA experience.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is a little bit of brainwashing, man. There's a little bit of brainwashing element going on.
Yeah, no, I think it's the best kind of brainwashing.
Yeah, it's good. Like whenever someone tell me they really hate Joe or really don't like Joe Rogan, I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Like he has good episodes and bad episodes, but overall, it's very
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Especially,
Yeah, go on.
especially for something that's free. You don't have to pay for it. Just listen.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Just give me one quick moment. Gonna open up the door a bit.
Yeah, no worries. All right, this is a solo show right now, so I don't think you can hear this. But if you guys want me to kick out Ken and Jordan and just run this show myself, just email me and we'll make it happen, okay?
Dude, last week I got in trouble with my wife because I
Whoa.
left the deadbolt on during the podcast.
You left a what on?
The deadbolt.
A dead bolt?
Like the chain from the on the door.
Oh, and she couldn't get back in?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
So that's why I had to leave for a while. Because I locked her out.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Oh, I swear I didn't. No, not deadbolt. Deadbolt.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
bolts. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? What's a dead ball or whatever?
Deadbolt.
Yeah, what's a dead ball? What you do?
So yeah, that wasn't good.
Because
I had to tell her that I swear I didn't do it on purpose.
yeah, sure. As long as she believes you, then it's fine, right?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you redoing the piece again if you already finished it last time?
I don't know, dude.
Hello? Then you cut out. So, Jordan has instructed me to tell the chat that his computer just got BSOD, the blue screen of death. And the funny thing is he got this the exact same time last week when we were talking as well. So, yeah, I don't know, man. He said he's going to come back, so I guess we'll wait for him. Let me see if I can find the chat so maybe I can answer some stuff or talk about some stuff. Twitch.tv. Clara, you still on? Cool, man. All right. So this is freaking weird because now this is the first time I'm seeing this Twitch screen. It's just like there's no freaking layout whatsoever. I can actually let me see. What can I do? I can do this. Boom. What's going on? All right. Jordan's back. Yes. Dude, I'm like doing a solo show here but to be honest with you, they love it. They love it. So I don't think you have to come back anymore. Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, we're at 130 people right now. Yeah. Back to 13. Oh man, come on guys, don't do this to Jourdan. Come on, man, we were just at 130 just now. Ah. Oh shit. You are not showing on the stream, so we're trying to get Jourdan back on. But yeah, if you got there's still like 14 people. I don't even know how, but yeah, man. If there's no like comments or questions, I think we're just probably gonna end it soon, right? Yeah, yeah. Don't want to overdo it. Yeah, exactly. But you know what, man? This is pretty fun. I think it's a pretty high chance we'll do this like on a regular basis. Yeah, yeah. That'd be awesome. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh man, the stream must be just. It sounds like I'm talking to myself because I'm talking to you. Oh man. No, but okay. Yeah, yeah. So before, since we're ending it pretty soon, I just want to say, like seriously, there's 15 people on right now. I don't even fucking know how, but yeah. But thank you guys, man. Like seriously, I think like I said last week, man. There's something I enjoy out of communicating with people and even getting to a point where you can help people. It's fucking awesome. So you know, for the 15 of you that are here, that's awesome. That's awesome. I have to close it. Okay, so what do you guys? So Jourdan can't get back on. Okay, what do you normally say? I'm not gonna say it, by the way. But tell me what you guys normally say. You guys can't have a Google Doc for it. Come on, man. You gotta say it off the top of your head to be smooth. Come on. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna help you guys out a little bit. All right. Okay. So Jourdan has requested me to say this. So I'm gonna, just out of respect for the actual host of this podcast, I'm gonna say it. I think it's dumb, by the way, but I'm gonna say it. It's funny because Jourdan can't say anything back to me right now. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Okay. We are finally at the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Links to Drawing Table's social media. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates on upcoming content, and on YouTube to watch our previous episodes, and of course on Twitch to catch the future episodes live. How's that? Not bad, right? See? Now you guys would love to come back for the next episode. So, anyways, man, for real though, Jourdan, do you want to say anything? Do you want to deliver any message? I can say it. Okay. What do you mean, butcher? I think they're having a. Hey, from the chat, it seems like they're having a lot of fun. So I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and like on a serious note, I guess, man, like come back next week or whenever you guys are gonna do it. Oh shit, he's back! He's back! He's back! He's back. Hold on. Before you go, guys, he's gonna do it properly, and then at the end of it, you guys on the chat say who did it better. Okay, go. Mm-hmm. So Jourdan, bad news is Carter says you're muted. So that whole sequence right there, if you guys can agree with me, it's the best thing that Jourdan has ever said, which is silence. All right, I think we can end it right there. No, he actually delivered it properly too. Like he actually did it justice too. Oh, you know what I can do, Jourdan? If I turn on my desktop audio for the OBS, do you think they can hear you? Okay, I'm gonna try this, and then you can say whatever you want to them. I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right. Hey, if you guys can hear me, I'll do it properly. But yeah, we're finally at the end of the episode, and thank you guys for watching. Links to Drawing Table's social media will be up on the VOD later. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates on upcoming content, and on YouTube to watch our previous episodes, and of course on Twitch to catch future episodes live. Appreciate it for you guys sticking around. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys got something out of it.
Cheers, guys.
All right, see you on the next episode.
Amen.
Bye.